to Lenora Park in beautiful Snellville, Georgia. I'm joined here by my co-host, Craig Chapman. Looking forward to a wonderful game here between the Atlanta Venom and the Metro Atlanta Horseman. Coach Chapman, how are you?
Doing good, Coach. Glad to be here. Looking forward to watching a little football.
I tell you what, man, it's a nice night. It's a little chilly out here.
Hey, it wouldn't be football if it wasn't chilly.
I tell you what, it's feels like it's in the low 40s. Everyone seems to be in good spirits. Looks like the Stripes just showed up.
Yeah, you can't start this thing without the Stripes. Unfortunately, everybody hates them, but you can't play without them.
Coach Chapman, based upon your knowledge of early season football, what would you say the big challenges for either team is going to be this evening?
It's real simple. You're going to have to worry about how much practice time have these guys had together. The worst part is going to be special teams. Always is. How much time do they practice it? You know, what's the long snapper situation like? What's the kicking situation like? That and, you know, quarterback center exchange, and then having the right number of people on the field. As funny as that sounds, you know, you're going to see plays out here where they'll have 10 on the field, and then there'll be 12 and 13 and, you know, things of that nature. It's mostly an organizational thing early on. It normally works this way out week 2, week 3. First week's always a nightmare for a coach, wondering what's going to go wrong.
Well, I tell you what, we're looking to a good game right here. I think both teams. Can you tell me a little bit about the teams offensively?
It looks like we're going to get the Atlanta Venom. They're going to run a lot of zone read, zone concept offense. And after speaking with the coach today, they said they'd like to stretch the field in the passing game. He mentioned horizontally. From watching them in warm-ups, it looks a little bit like they're going to throw a lot of things to the outside third of the field. That includes the speed out and, of course, the fade. Saw a couple of corner routes in warm-up, so it should be interesting to see how they put it all together.
Well, tonight's game is brought to you by Score Sports. Anyone interested in having their game broadcast or recorded, please just give us a holler. Our information will be up on the screen most of the evening. Well, it looks like the Stripes are coming out, and they're going to get some captains out here briefly. And let's get this thing started.
Nice night for football, man. Can't wait.
I tell you what, it's going to be a wonderful evening. Looks like we got the captains out, 32, 5, 6, and 77 for the Venom, 7 and 54 for the Horseman.
Just looking at the Horseman in warm-ups, they got some large individuals on their team.
Yes, indeed, sir. There are some big cats out here this evening. When we saw them before the game, they definitely had the eye of the tiger, as they say over there on that sideline.
Yeah, they thought they were playing in the Super Bowl. There were some guys looking to make a mark.
Well, we're waiting for the toss results. Referee's out there, and he's bundled up like he's going into Arctic exploration. I realize it is cold out here, and I'm rethinking my shorts decision right now.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, Coach, could you please tell the viewers what you have on today?
Yeah, I have on shorts, a T-shirt, and a pullover, and I'm rethinking that decision right now.
You know, we are in Georgia, Coach, so wait 5 minutes. The weather will probably change.
Yeah. The Venom wins the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. It would be my natural inclination to believe that the Horsemen are going to receive. I've actually seen somebody not do that before, but seems to be an unwise decision in most situations.
You mean you don't want to kick off twice, Coach?
You know, actually been part of a squad that did that. So, but I think it's a bad idea, just my own personal opinion. But, you know, not everybody wants my 2 cents, although I'm always happy to offer it, even when they don't want it. So, as we get ready for kickoff, we're having a little trouble with where we're going. Looks like the Venom's going to kick off towards the field house, and the Horsemen are indeed going to receive, as we had anticipated.
They forgot the cardinal rule, Coach. You always kick from the clock.
That's our KFC, baby, KFC. And when we talk about KFC simply kick from the clock. Most coaches want to see the clock in the second quarter of the half, simply so that when you're moving in the direction of the end zone, you can actually see what kind of time you're working with. All
right, Coach, we got another question. How quickly do they ask for a chain crew? We've only been here for 2 hours.
There's one guy, I'm guessing, that there'll be a couple more joining him here shortly. But right now, everybody's covered in a blanket, so I'm not sure anybody's going to be up to moving. There's probably going to have to be some sort of hand warmers and hot chocolate deal made if they're going to pull together a change crew right now.
There might be a hand warmer and hot chocolate deal need to be made up here.
I tell you what, some hot chocolate, a hand warmer, and a hamburger. That would hit the spot right now. So anybody out there listening that is headed towards Lenore Park, hey, stop by. I'll grant you free entrance. Just bring those 3 items.
Free entrance, Coach?
That's right, free entrance.
There you go.
And a wonderful night of semi-pro football here at beautiful Lenore Park, preparing for the kickoff.
The refs have broken formation in the middle of the field and are sprinting to their positions.
Looks like number 64 is going to kick off for the Venom. He's getting ready to walk off his steps. You got number 7 and number 8. Is that 8 right there? Number 3. Number 7 and number 3 deep for the Metro Atlanta Horseman.
You know, interested to see what number 3 does. I watched him in warm-up. He looked like an explosive player.
They did have some really good-looking kids over there. Well, young men. You know, some of these men are not so young. I know we did a game last year with the Georgia Crush where I'm pretty sure the right guard was about my age.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, Coach. Some people just got the love for it and the body for it.
If you can still keep playing, I'm broken already. I can't imagine what it would have been like had I played college football, much less continuing to play today.
Well, I can tell you what it would be like for me. They'd be sweeping me up with a dustpan.
All right, and we lining up for the kick. Where's that whistle, baby? Where's the whistle? Blow it up for us.
They're missing one of the refs.
Well, I say you play ball without him. All right, still waiting on the whistle to blow in. Looks like we're getting some checking off here from the referees.
Everybody's ready? Sliding it back.
All right.
And we're going to have another officials conference on the far sideline over here from us. They're switching. That's all it is.
Where's that whistle, fellas? Where is the whistle? And still waiting on the whistle.
We have a ref in the field of play. Oh, we're waiting on the chains, Coach. That's what it is.
Okay, so
we have. Here we go.
Anybody who would like to bring us a hamburger as well as work chains, I can promise free entrance to this game and the next one. We're looking for one change crew member. I recommend some of the guys from this side. I mean, just swap in and out. That'll work. Still looking for one chain crew guy.
Get you a hamburger, a hot dog, and a can of silver paint.
I tell you what, man, that sounds like a good thing to me. Still looking for something. Oh, there's a whistle. That's what I'm talking about. And there's the kick. Nice deep kick driven to about the 5-yard line. Taken by number 7 around the right side. He breaks a tackle. He shakes a couple of people. And he's going to be wrapped up. Oh, almost popped out of that one. Going to be brought down, and it looks like about the 36-yard line.
See where they mark him at.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to start 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Horseman.
That was a nice return, and he was brought down. Good kickoff coverage. I thought he might pop through right there at the end, but they were able to wrap him up.
Hard to see the number, but whoever showed up for the Venom right there, when he hit him, he stopped very rapidly.
It's not the hit that hurts; it's the sudden stop.
There we go.
All right, gonna line up with a sniffer back look.
Venom in the 3-3, and the slot guy on the other side is offsides.
Got a slot to the right-hand side. Quick zone give around to the left, and he's going nowhere. Looks like first there for the Venom was number 74. That's Mark Stevens for the Venom.
Mark Stevens, nice play, tackling number 35 from the Horseman for no gain.
I thought the zone might have a little room, but anytime you bubble on the zone, it's not a good thing unless you were just blazing fast.
Yeah, he needed to cut that up and get what he could get instead of trying to turn something into nothing.
Same look. Slot to the right-hand side, sniffer back to the left, single receiver to the left. Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. Fakes the give to the left. Quick throw on the slant across to the right-hand side. Complete to number 23 for the Horseman. That's going to be enough for a first down, I believe. Yep, that's going to move the chains. 10 to 23 on that connection.
Gain of 11 yards right there. A nice little RPO off the zone fake.
Horseman say if it's not broke, don't fix it. Slot right, sniffer left, single receiver to the left. Quarterback in the gun, back offset to his right-hand side. That 3-3 looks like they're bringing pressure with the Venom. I'm pretty sure that's a free play. Quarterback pulls it, fakes the zone, and pulls the ball around the right side. It's going to be a nice gain for number 10, but I think there's a flag down on the play.
Offsides.
Yeah, it was over here on this right side, the right end.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's number 52. Sorry, Hoss, I do not have your number. But it's one of those times where you're probably glad. I used to always hate that. The only time anybody ever called my number was on the rare times I got a defensive tackle, which is hard for an inside guy. But typically on offense, the only time my name ever got called is when I committed a penalty.
Well, that's the life of a lineman.
Life of a fat guy, I hear you. Life of a fat guy.
Now we got 1st and 5 again right here.
Again, same formation. Got a slot to the right-hand side, single receiver to the left, a sniffer to the left. Quarterback number 10 in the gun, back offset to his right-hand side. There's that snap. He drops. He looks right, lets it out. Nicely done. Smash route to the right-hand side.
18-yard pickup.
We watched him throw before the game started, Coach Chad. What are your thoughts on him and being a former quarterback and current quarterback coach?
Well, early in when we was just warming up, it was hard to tell just what he was doing. At the end of warm-ups, he was firing that thing. He's a big guy, and it looks like he's got a cannon. That was a very nice throw. He's thrown 2 balls and put it right where you want him. So be interested to see how this plays out the whole night. As Coach said earlier, when we watched these guys warm up, we noted that the Horseman's receivers looked very, very good.
Same formation for the Horseman. There's the snap, a little bit of a high snap. Give on the zone off the left side, trying to find some room. Is able to get the edge, and he's going to get a little bit. Brought down by number 31. That's going to be Jack Jackson on the tackle. Great name.
Jack Jackson. Pickup of 8 right there for the Horseman. I know they're enjoying that. It's easy to call plays in 2nd and 2 and 3.
I tell you what, they're really on the move right now.
Yeah, everything we talked about before the game has not happened. They've looked crisp. They've looked in sync.
They change it. They go slot to the left side. Now they motion. Now they change it. They flip it. They bring the sniffer to the right, single receiver to the right, back offset to the left. Quarterback in the gun. Looks like the Venom might bring some heat. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Throws out to the right-hand side.
Broken up nicely.
There's that ball that's low and inside. We talked about that before the game started. Both teams, when we watched them warm up, the fade was low and inside every time. And if you're a football fan, you know the fade has to be outside where that guy's the only one that has a shot at it.
The only way that works is if that guy's wide open with nobody around him, you want to make sure he catches the ball. But, Coach, what we said, that's the joy of calling plays at 2nd and 2 and 3. You can take your shot knowing you got 2 downs to pick it up.
Absolutely. All right. Going back to that slot right, sniffer left, single receiver to the left, back offset to the right side, quarterback in the gun. Waiting on the Venom to send some heat. Here comes a little heat from the outside. Quarterback is going to get pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Nicely done. Met by a host of the Fang gang. including number 41. Sorry, Hoss, I don't have your name.
Yep.
Nicely played by the Venom, bringing up 4th down.
Now, we watched in warm-ups. They have the Horsemen have a great kicker just by watching in warm-ups.
And there's our first time out of the game. Timeout, Horseman.
It's frustrating to get it 2nd down and 2 and be sitting at 4th and 2.
Fourth and looks like 3.
Yeah. You got to remember, I teach history, not math.
That makes 2 of us, my friend. Based upon what we watched before the game, Coach Chapman, I would absolutely say they're going to kick this ball. I don't know if the timeout's to talk about something or to make sure that they've got the field goal team lined up. Because I will tell you, early on in the season, making sure everybody's out there is a big deal. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many times you practice it.
Yeah, we know that from experience. But right now, Coach, I'm looking on the sideline, and it appears that their kicker is standing there with a football in his hand and his helmet off, so he's not going on the field.
I see him right there, number 17.
Yes, sir. So they are definitely going to go for this.
Well, they're deep in Venom territory. I mean, I guess they feel really confident about their defense.
Yeah, I mean, they don't get it right here. They've got them pinned back. They've got to go, 80 to score.
They're going to run around the right-hand side.
They had too many people on the field.
They're going around the right side.
They're unbalanced to the right.
They line up. Tight end to the right. Eye backfield. Number 10 under center. There's a snap. Give on the ISO, and he's going nowhere.
No, sir.
No, sir. The Venom say, I don't think so, son. Great play by the Fang Gang defense right there. I'm trying to get some numbers, but I will tell you the jerseys are a little tough. That was number 41 was in there leading the way on that one. And again, Hoss, I'm sorry, but I don't have your name. But nice play.
Horseman had a very nice drive, got down the field, got it to 2nd and 3, and then had an incomplete pass, sack, tackle for a loss on 4th and 3. So, wonder if they'll look back on this later and think they should have taken the points right there.
They definitely will. When you can put points on the board, put points on the board.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Looks like they're a little short on defense.
They got 10 out there on defense.
Here comes somebody. Always a volunteer. Talked to them before the game, said they're going to try to run a 4-2-5. Traditional gun backfield for the Venom. Slot to the right-hand side. There's a snap. Give on the zone around to the right side, and he's going to be hit for a loss of about 2 yards. If I'm not mistaken, that was our volunteer, big number 59. That guy is a hoss.
He just wanted everybody to know where he was at.
He's a big fella. I really wish we had some height and weights on some of these guys from the Horseman, because he is towering above everyone else.
That's a large human right there, Coach.
Going to be a doubles look. 2 receivers split out to each side for the Venom. Still that 4-man front. They're going to walk somebody up on the outside for the Horseman. He backs off. There's a snap. Bad snap. Going to try to get on it. All the quarterback can do is just get back on it. Just a bad snap right there to Kevin Hogan. Had no choice but to just try and dive on the football to try and not lose it. But it's going to be another loss. It's going to bring up, what does that look like, Coach Chapman?
It's going to be 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17, somewhere around in there.
Somewhere where you'd never want to be.
Got a lot of plays in your playbook for that, Coach?
Well, every play is supposedly designed to score. However, it doesn't typically work that way. That whole, if we block everybody, yeah. But that's not how football works. I can count on 2 hands the number of times I've seen everybody blocked on a play.
How long you been coaching?
Yeah, a long time.
So the Venom have had it for 2 snaps, and they've got 2 tackles for loss, and you're sitting here at 3rd and 17.
Doubles look, quarterback in the gun. He drops, getting pressure from the outside.
Going deep.
Up,
he's got him.
Lets it fly. Oh, it's a bad ball.
He's got
Still
it.
Caught by number 2. The ball squirts out as he hits the ground. They're going to call it a catch. That's Anthony Autry. We were told before the game started Anthony Autry, number 2, was a guy to watch. Nice completion by Anthony Autry.
Yeah, I'd say. You got 3rd and 16. You're playing the playbook for that is throw a 60-yard streak route down the sideline.
That was Hogan to Autry on that one. Kevin Hogan, number 4, the quarterback. Ball came out funny, was flipping in the air. You know, one of those things that you want to shoot because it's quacking. And Autry goes up and gets it, and it's 1st and 10. Venom right there at what looks to be the 17-yard line.
I know one thing. He had him. He ran right by that guy from the snap.
Venom line up and doubles again. Hogan in the gun. There's a snap.
Zone read.
Pulls the ball, goes around the left side, cuts it back. Thought he might have something, but it's going to be a nice gain for the Venom. Look, pick up about 6 yards.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said they don't have the internet no more. I'm not sure what that's about.
Well,
just noises from the crowd. I enjoy it.
It is what it is, Coach.
Here at beautiful Lenora Park.
Now you're sitting in the same situation that the Horseman were in. You're going to try to get the first down. You're going to try to score. Thinking to yourself, hey, you just burned them. You know, you had -7 yards in 2 plays. Then you have 60 on 1 play and 6 on the next.
Venom line up again in doubles. Looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout?
Early timeout taken by both teams. You know, that's definitely something you're going to see early in the season. Second down is not particularly a timeout kind of down. I don't know what Coach saw right there or what he was thinking, but he wants to pull the Fan Gang in and talk about it.
Coach, we've seen just about everything. You know, we've seen a bad snap. We've seen a good return. We've seen a pre-snap penalty. All of these things you would expect to see early in the season. One thing we haven't seen is what we saw earlier this year in our game. Starting quarterback run on the field without his mouthpiece.
Yeah, I tell you what, sometimes guys get excited and they forget about some of the little things.
So we're sitting here at 2nd and 4. It's hard to really tell where the football's at. We're not up high enough to see.
I'm thinking that's probably the 16, 17-yard line. I think they were about the 23 before. It's hard to tell with the angle I'm at. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, quarterback in the gun.
False start.
And looks like the left guard is going to stand up a little early. Can't do that. It's going to be a false start. Going to bring up 2nd and about 8. Sorry, 2nd and 9. And someone in the parking lot is protesting. Somebody's car alarm just went off.
Whatever the Venom had called, they like it because they're going right back to it.
All right, that trips left look. Single receiver to the right. Hogan in the gun. Back off to his right-hand side. Quick snap. Hogan drops. Get pressure from the left side. He's rolling. He's getting pressure from all over the place, and he's going to throw that in the grass. He's going to be lucky if that's not grounded.
It is
and
grounded.
There's the flag. There's the flag. Pressure brought by number 1 and number 36 for the Metro Atlanta Horsemen. And the Horsemen are fired up. And just like we saw the Horsemen do, drive the field and then crap out right there when in money time. Looks like the Venom may do the same thing. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 18. Or is it 5 yards? 3rd and 13. Is that correct, Craig?
Well, let's see. That's going to be from the spot of the foul. It's just a spot foul. You just lose the down. So we're going to be looking right here.
Bless America. 3rd and about 18.
Maybe a little bit further than that, Coach. Looks like 3rd and 22.
Yikes. Again, not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 22. It's not a situation you plan on being in a whole lot. I don't remember doing 3rd and 22 practice during practice.
No.
Doubles for the Venom. 4-man front for the Horseman. There's a snap. Hogan drops. Quick throw out to his right-hand side. Going to be met quickly by number 23, who's going to throw him out of bounds for the Horseman. 23 and 44 sniffed that one out quick. That's going to be a loss. It looks to be about 3.
Loss of 3 on that one. So we had 2nd and 4. Now it's 4th and 25.
Well, my guess is they're going to punt it here and try to pin them deep. But I don't see a punter. So, I guess not.
Well,
if I'm going to call a play right here, it's either going to be naked or 60 read, one or the other.
I think they're going to just throw the same route they threw to Dude.
Just let Autry run down the field.
Just on the other side.
He's singled up here on the right side. Number 19's all by his lonesome on top of him. Trips to the left. Still a 4-man line for the Horseman. Hogan takes a snap, drops. He's getting lots of pressure. He's going to be brought down by number 23 and number 54 for the Horseman. Loss on the down. That's going to be a first down at what looks to be about the 50-yard line for the Metro Atlanta Horsemen. Started out as a good thing for the Venom and just developed into, or I should say developed, it declined into kind of a.
You can say it, Coach. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
They had 2nd and 4 at the 18.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to swallow.
They had 2nd and 4 at the 18, then they lost 32 yards.
That's hard to swallow. As a coach, that'll make you pull your hair out. That's why I'm ball-headed.
The guy sitting next to you is ball-headed too. Wonder what we do.
All right.
Now we got 10 on the field, or 11 on the field now. Ransom went on late. Same formation, Coach. Got your
slot to the right, your sniffer to the left. Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. Rolls to his right. He's got a man. It's a complete catch. It's going to met quickly by 4 or 5 of the Fang gang, but it's still going to be gain of about 5.
So we got 2nd and 5 sitting right here. The Horsemen in Venom territory at their 46-yard line.
Well, let's see if the Horsemen start a march again.
They didn't give him that one, Coach. They gave him 4.
Okay.
So it's 2nd and 6.
That's still. If you can get 3 yards on first down, you're doing good. They line up in that same formation. The slot to the right, sniffer to the left. Quarterback in the gun with the back off to his right-hand side. There's a snap. Quick give to the left side. There's people everywhere.
Oh, nice.
He throws a man off and is able to pick up 2.
Yes, sir, that was a nice run right there.
It looked like he was hit for a loss, and he made something out of nothing right there. Nice run by number 8 for the Horseman.
Number 8's one of those guys that excels in the spread, Coach. Short back, hard to see him. Sturdily built, good vision.
There's definitely a type that you need if you're going to run that offense. Tall guys are not the way to go unless they're just absolute bruisers.
Yeah, if you can find a kid with the last name Custis, that'd be a pretty good way to start.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They're going to flip the formation, slot to the left, sniffer to the right.
Got him.
Quarterback looks. He's got a man deep down the center on the post. First down. That's going to be close. That looks like that's going to be, what is that, the 3-yard line?
Looks like it.
Going to be a first down for the Horsemen. But the last time they had this situation, they were down on this end with first down, 2nd and 3, and ended up crapping out right there. Let's see if they can finish this time.
That was a 41-yard completion, Coach. 41-yard completion right there on 3rd down.
Well, that's money down. On 3rd down, there's 2 things you got to do. Get a first down, and if you're on defense, get off the field. All right, they bring in the big tight end for the Horsemen. A lot of time in the huddle.
Normally means it's a trick unless you're just trying to figure out what the guy's name is next to you.
They're going to come out in the pro formation, the pro right formation with an I backfield. Number 10 under center. Linebackers walk up. Quarterback looks and checks to both sides. Is calling out some sort of adjustment for the offensive line.
Oh, my.
And they call a timeout because that was about 30 minutes in between the last play. Last time I checked, you can't do that.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if he was just checking to delay of game.
Yeah. Delay of game. Delay of game. No, that's never a good idea.
So right now we've had some big plays, Coach. We've had a 60-yard completion on third down and a 41-yard completion on third down.
All right, we're getting ready to go to commercial from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to beautiful Lenore Park in Snellville, Georgia, as we watch the Metro Atlanta Horseman line up to try and get into the end zone. Quick give on the dive. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 1. And I tell you what now, looks like some of those guys from the Horseman are fired up. The ball's on the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal from the 2.
Both teams right there look like they were fortunate, Coach. Looked like we had false start on the Horseman and looked like we had some early encroachment on the defensive line right there.
Well, the Horsemen are going to huddle up and talk about it.
Hey, I'm all in favor of them not calling many penalties, Coach.
Me too. Horsemen line up in the same formation, that pro right with the I backfield. Quarterback under center. Fang gang with about 7 guys on the line. There's a snap.
Quarterback sneak. They're going to call false start or illegal motion.
They're going to call encroachment on that one.
Oh. Well, I was wrong. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Touchdown number 10 for the Metro Atlanta Horsemen. So the Horsemen go up 6-0 with 2:40 left in the first quarter. I think it's been a pretty good game so far, pretty evenly matched.
Yes, sir. I think that both teams right now have found that they can get what they want down the field. The big question is, it looks like early on for Atlanta is, are they going to be able to protect it?
Yeah, and if I'm the Venom right now, I think I'm just looking for Autry. I'm just going to hang it up and let him go get it.
Are they going for 2, Coach?
So it seems.
Okay.
They're going to line up. It's a pro formation. I backfield. There's a snap. Quick toss out to the right, flag on the ground.
He's going to coast.
He's going to get in on the toss. Let's see what the flag
offsides.
is. It's going to be offsides again. That's going to be good. It's going to make it 8-0 Metro Atlanta Horsemen.
So,
with 2:40 left, it's 8-0. But it's still early. A lot of football left to be played. Look for the Venom to rally right here. Hey, we'll be right back. We're getting ready to go to a commercial.
This is fun. Trash talk is hilarious. Every game. Check it back in. Every
Their second time out.
Hey, did the Venom score? Was that Venom or Horse?
Horseman.
Who scored? Venom or Horse? They scored.
That's tough to burn off your time out in the first quarter. Mid-24 left in the first quarter. See what the ball is. Venom knocking at the door. And Horseman out of timeouts. I will tell you, being on timeout, especially if you want to talk to your defense. I'm here to tell you. Speak from experience.
Picture. Just from the clock. Hey, very slow. What's your
Quarter! Quarter!
Cole! Come here. Stay back and see you.
Closing the first quarter. That's where Atlanta Horseman ace Atlanta Venom. Especially if you got a group of all these guys have a name. One of these guys
He got waylaid on that one.
If this was the NFL, that guy'd be looking for a fine letter on Thursday.
Yeah, he got popped in the end zone.
Yikes. Woo, boy, he's going to go back and tell the quarterback, Mr. Hogan, please don't do that again.
Yeah. But with 14:53 left in the second quarter, it's 8-6. Your Atlanta Venom down by 2.
It's been fun, Coach. This has been a fun game to watch.
I tell you what, just on the hoof, the Metro Atlanta team is a much better looking team just because some of the guys are so big. But the Venom haven't backed down a hair and had obviously come to play.
Yeah, Coach, they have. That's why you never can look at somebody and tell what it's going to be like. The Venom would help themselves so much if they could quit with the penalties. They got 53 yards of penalties, and we just started the second quarter.
Yeah, that's never a good sign. All right.
I like it.
Venom lining up for the kick. Looks like the Venom sidelines come to life. A little excitement. The battle continues. Yes, they are excited.
I like it. This is what we came here to see, Coach.
Yes, indeed. And there's the kick for the Venom. Nice deep kick. Going to drive him back to what looks to be about the 3-yard line. He takes these around the left side. He cuts to the middle. He's got some room. He's got some wheels, and he's going to be brought down at what looks to be about the 42-yard line.
Yes, sir, Coach. We got 1st and 10. The Horseman at their own 42. Right now, starting field position for the teams has been, really, really interesting. The Horsemen got the ball first, started at their own 37. Their second possession started at the 50. And this one starts at their own 42. The Venom had it twice. They started at their own 23 the first time after stopping the Horsemen on downs. And then the second time after the touchdown, they started at their own 48. So, nobody's really been backed up yet.
Nice returns from both teams.
Let's see.
All right, there's not enough guys out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, there ain't nowhere near enough people.
All right. Horseman line up.
Now there is.
You guessed it. Slot to the right, slot to the left. Sniffer back to the right.
He's going
drops,
deep.
He looks. He's got a man out to the outside right there. It's going to be a first down.
12 more yards, Coach.
Ball caught by, I think, number 3 for the Metro Atlanta Horsemen.
The Venom ought to be glad he didn't look to his right because number 23 was wide open. And when I tell you wide open, Coach, I mean nobody within sniffing distance.
Well, that's pretty open. What is the radius for sniffing?
Pretty much when you get run by and you turn around and you haven't moved, you're out of sniffing distance.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's an uh-oh moment.
As Coach Kevin Bull Jones would say from the Mount Zion Bulldogs, that cat had uh-oh speed. When he started running, everybody said uh-oh.
There's a snap. Quick give around to the left side.
Zone read.
Hitting the backfield immediately. Oh, and there's a flag. Looks like we've got a little extracurriculars going on between the center for the Horsemen and a couple of the defensive linemen.
That was a loss of 4 on the play, Coach.
That's number 5, T. Green on the play.
Nice play in the backfield. Had a loss of 5, and now you're going to tack on, it looks like, 15 more.
Yeah, that's gonna sting. That's gonna leave a mark. Because again, you had great starting field position, and now you're marching backwards.
If I could send a memo to the Venom coaches right here, I would say better put somebody over the top of the slot, because that guy's going to be running right down the field real fast here pretty soon.
I feel a post in their near future. All right.
So now we're looking at second in the next county. So
Second. It is second in forever. What's that look to be? That's basically 10, 20, like second and 25 maybe?
that's what it looks like. We're probably not doing it well, Coach, because, it's not a date.
Yeah.
If it was a date, we'd know it. If it's a math problem, we'd probably screw it up.
Yeah, we don't have a great angle right here. You're going to get trips out to the right-hand side in a bunch for the Horseman.
Might be a screen, Coach.
Single receiver to the left, quarterback in the gun.
Better back that safety up over there.
There's a snap, quarterback drops.
Screen.
Quick throw out to the left side. Got a man in space, and he makes the most of it. There's the ball's out. The ball's out, and no whistle's been blown.
Down the sideline, Coach.
That's going to be a first down Venom because there was no whistle. I thought for sure there was a whistle, but the ball came out, and that's Venom ball, baby.
So
you know what I would say about the Horseman? Snake bit. The Venom strike and take one back. That'll wake defense. I tell you what, that's a surefire way to win football games, defensive takeaways.
It is, and that's the first actual turnover we've had tonight. It's tough, too, because they had, they basically went and said that we were going to give this up. We're going to take the 6 yards right here, the 7 yards we were going to give us, and see if we can do something on third down. One thing you can't do is turn it over.
No, sir.
And now, hey, this is the Venom's third possession, and it's the third possession they've been in the red zone. So
we'll see what we got right here. Can the Venom take the lead right here? First and goal from the looks to be the 8.
Yeah. Remember that stuff we talked about, how the field position was pretty even? Starting at your own 8, or starting at their 8 will skew that.
Yes, indeed. Got slot to the right. They're going to move the sniffer back to the left. Single receiver to the left. Hogan in the gun. There's a snap. Quick zone give to the right side. Hit for a loss of about 4 yards. That never had a chance.
No, sir, Coach.
That looked to be number 7, Savin Chanel on the carry.
All right, now, Coach, the Venom have run the ball 8 times, all right? Not called running plays. I'm just talking about rushing attempts, and this has gone for negative yards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times out of the 8 times.
Throw the ball.
They're starting to get my drift, Coach. Starting to catch it.
Slot left, sniffer left, single receiver to the right side. Hogan takes the snap, drops.
Got him.
He looks to the right-hand side. He's got a man, and that's got to be a flag because they tackled him while the ball's in the air. I'm pretty sure that's a penalty. And there's some flags, but that's going to be for them mixing it up down in the end zone. All right.
Once again, we'll talk about it, Coach. He went to the fade route to the side. If he would have looked left, the short post right here was wide open in the end zone. Wide open. Skinny post from right at the 13. The guy left his guy. They were playing man. He broke inside, and the guy got him all turned around.
That pass was intended for Sammy Johnson. I don't know how that wasn't pass interference. I really don't. Because he came over and just hit him while the ball was in the air. Like the ball wasn't there yet, and he just came over and hit him. And it's not like I watched this on instant replay. No, it was.
So
okay, so I thought that was going to be offsetting personal fouls, but
No.
apparently not.
no, Coach.
That's all going to be on Sammy Johnson right there.
Ugh.
That is hard to swallow, buddy. You better make a big play right here because now it's third and goal from what looks to be the, let's see, 40. That's about the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Ooh, boy.
Quarterback in the gun, slot to his left.
Throwing
drops. Gets pressure from the outside on the left side. Is able to scramble out, throws deep.
Touchdown.
And it's caught. He was laying on the ground and caught the ball. That's like something that you see in a commercial or something. Great job. Great job.
That's an amazing play. Tip drill from his own team.
Are we going to get another look at that one? Well, it doesn't look like it. Happened a little too quick. I tell you what, great job there by Hogan to scramble out of the pocket and keep his eyes downfield. It's so kids are so apt, young men are so apt to run. I keep saying kids. I'm so used to talking about high school guys, but people are so apt to run when they come out of the pocket. But kept his eyes downfield, eyes on the prize, and it's 12-8 Venom.
That was a 30-yard touchdown pass there from Mr. Hogan. Man, it was impressive, too. It was very impressive. Sitting here looking right now, he's well over 100 yards heading into the, just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. And as we said, with all the negative run plays, that may be the way they have to play this game until they can get those big guys.
Was there another penalty?
Oh,
no, they're kicking it.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're going for two.
NFL rules. There we go.
Now, see? Things us high school coaches don't know.
Yes. They're going to line up to kick. The Venom line up to kick. The Horseman put everybody in this county on the line of scrimmage to rush the kicker.
It is good.
And that's up and through. It's going to be 13-8 Venom right now with 11:51 left in the second quarter here at Lenore Park in beautiful Snellville, Georgia.
All right, Coach, we got ourselves a ball game right here.
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
Shows you the importance of turnovers right there.
I'll tell you what, man, you can win a lot of games if your defensive calls turnovers.
This game's also starting to take on the feel of a real football game with the chippiness, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, indeed. They don't seem to like each other very much. Not that I expect them to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but maybe just not shove each other after every play.
Looks like we're going to be in for a fun night, Coach.
Yeah, almost took the referee out with that last ball right there. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. And he is none the wiser. He has no idea. Ball went right by his head. He's just picking up the 50-yard line marker.
Number 69 lines up to kick for the Venom. Sorry, Hoss, your name's not on here either. I have a giant whiteboard with everyone's name on it.
It's an excellent roster, Coach.
I feel like I'm getting ready to draft. Got everybody up on my board.
It's our spring game draft board,
which is just a hoot. Here we go. Here we go. The Venom sideline is super excited. They draft one more guy for the kickoff team. That's going to be number 27, Johnny Lufils.
Somebody earlier,
better known as Lou.
Somebody earlier said about getting the right number of people on the field.
I've heard that before somewhere. And there's your kick. Nice deep kick, driven almost back to the goal line. Taking around the left side. He's got some space. There's a flag. That's a block in the back. And he's going to be run out of bounds. It looks like at about the 40-yard line. But that's coming back, folks. There's a flag down at what looks to be about the 23-yard line. And my guess is that's a block in the back.
It is, Coach. Either that or they call it a blindside block, one of the two.
One's as good as the other. The blindside block.
Block in the back.
Block in the back. There it is. The dreaded block in the back.
So they should start right around the 12-yard line.
So talking about field position being even, a possession ago. Now the Venom started their last possession at the Horseman 8, and now the Horsemen start their next possession at their own 12.
Yep, flipped real fast, didn't it, Coach?
Indeed, sir.
Just like the momentum of this game, you had a first down run for -5. Then you had a 15-yard penalty. After the 15-yard penalty, you had a fumble. Now you have a touchdown, and now you got a whole new game with a whole new feel to it.
Venom having a little trouble getting lined up on defense. I think they're looking for somebody. And there's a Venom timeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 11 guys out there.
There he is. I don't think those are the 11 guys that he wanted out there.
Must
Coach.
not be the right 11.
That's
I
right.
understand that feeling.
I noticed that somebody was voicing their displeasure with who was on the field.
Well, you got packages. You can't always have the same guys out there every time. Sometimes, it's my opinion that football is about matchups.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
What are your thoughts for tomorrow's game, Coach Chapman?
There's a game tomorrow?
That's the rumor.
Oh, after last year's game, I've kind of
Yeah, the Super Bowl is kind of a dirty word here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
I told my wife what I wanted to happen in the game. My wife is a Patriots fan, but she is a very wonderful and beautiful Patriots fan, and she did not rub it in last year after that game. And I told her what I wanted to happen. I told her I wanted the Pats to win and for Brady to retire so someone else could win.
Indeed. All right. Slot right. Sniffer left for the Horseman. I think he was trying to call a timeout. You don't have any, Hoss. There's a snap. Quarterback run to the right, and he's going to dive just past the line of scrimmage.
Okay. Gain of 2, Coach.
I'm not sure what's going on right here. Number 23 is looking for a flag. He's looking for a flag from the sideline.
Somebody just got a flag.
There's a flag. And hopefully the referees will take care of this situation before it deteriorates. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, we saw it happen in an All-Star game.
Indeed, sir.
Yep.
The Georgia Florida All-Star game it went from an All-Star game to a brawl really quick. I'm talking about like knocking people coming out of the stands out kind of brawl. There's a snap. The Venom's not set. Still able to swarm the quarterback for what looks to be a loss of 1.
Wow, that was a good idea. It wasn't a really great execution of it.
All right, the Venom going to line up. Still rocking that 4-man front. Doubles look for Horseman. He drops, rolls to his left. It's tipped.
Oh, nice.
It's tipped and still almost caught by number 23, then almost intercepted. I tell you what, another Venom turnover. That would really darken things for the Horseman.
Yes, that would be if the Venom took advantage of it and scored. That'd be a tough hill for these guys to climb. Falling down 2 scores. Looked like the Venom changed up their coverage right there, Coach. Got out of man, went into a little zone.
It's been tough sledding right here for the Horseman.
And that started off so promising. Very crisp first 2 drives. I wonder how much conditioning has to play in that.
I can't imagine these guys having a lot of time to condition. Maybe they get some time at the gym, but I'm sure at practice conditioning is not even a thought. You got to understand where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably haven't had a whole lot of time to do things like 2-minute drill and things of that nature.
All right, doubles look again for the Horseman. Number 10 in the gun. Back offset to his right-hand side. There's a snap. Quick give to the left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to fight for what looks to be about maybe 1.
No, I don't know where they're spotting him.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a big gain.
5 yards.
My goodness. You talk about fighting. I didn't realize how far he had advanced.
First down.
Because he was met early.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy keeps him a churning, I tell you. He reminds me of a kid we used to call his name was Les Pullen.
Tractor pulling.
Les the Tractor.
I thought you were about to compare him to a machine gun.
All right. Doubles look again for the Horsemen. They find something, they stick with it. Venom up in what looks to be a press, and they kind of back out of that. There's a snap. Quick throw out to the left side. And that's going to be good for about 3.
Or we're getting a really bad angle on this, Coach.
Yeah, 5. Okay. Sorry, folks. If I was higher, it would be better.
So we got 2nd and 5 now. Ball is at the 28-yard line.
Just a reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Score Sports. If you're looking for broadcasting or filming, we are the companies you should look into. All our information is on the screen. Just give us a call.
Got 2nd and 5 here. Like you said, the Horsemen are going to stay in what they believe in.
Doubles look. There's a snap.
Trap.
Oh, nice. Big, huge hole. And didn't see anybody till he got to the safety.
Wow.
I tell you what, when the safety's making the tackles on the trap, you got something going.
So we went, it was from the 28 to the 42. So we got 14 yards right there.
If you're getting 14 yards on trap, life is good.
Trap out of the spread's a beautiful thing, Coach. You got everybody so focused on everything outside. You block one person inside all that stuff, and you're running for a long time.
Yeah, I've become more accustomed to the spread again recently. All right, it looks like they're changing some personnel for the Venom. Again, doubles for the Horsemen. They're going to stay with what's working. There's a snap. Quarterback gets pressure from the left, but he's going to sling it out to his left-hand side. And just can't get away. There's just too many. That's good ball pursuit right there. Just too many of the Fang gang there to make the play.
Held him to a gain of about 3 right there. Pickups would be 2nd and 7 right here.
I really thought he might get loose right there, but it's just like guy after guy after guy after guy.
Be interesting to see if the Horsemen start running the ball because of the 5-man box. Because
and there's the give.
Much better defense that time. Cut him off at a gain of 2.
Horseman lined up in a doubles look. A quick give on the zone to the left. Number 23 wants to know when he's going to get the ball. And I think he might have an argument because I watched him run by people a couple times.
Yeah, there's been a couple times he's been wide open, Coach.
All right.
We got defensive holding. See if they mark it off like it's an NFL penalty. Or what was that penalty, Coach?
My goodness, that was 13 yards.
I have no idea what penalty that was.
All right. That was a 13-yard penalty.
Okay.
So it was a bad one.
All right. So it brings up 1st down and 10 at the Venom 37-yard line.
Trips to the right for the Horseman. Single receiver to the left. Quarterback waits on the snap. He rolls to his right. There's a flag down. He throws it out. He's got a man wide open. Oh! Nicely done. Good recovery right there by the Venom. Nice recovery by the Venom. I thought for sure that was a touchdown, but there's a flag down on the ground. I'm interested to see what that is.
Looks like the early signal from the side judge right here was an eligible man downfield.
Okay, are they saying that the second receiver was covered up?
Either that or one of the tackle on this side got down the field trying to block a guy.
Because I thought that on this side, both those guys were on the same level.
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
That's one of those little things that, you work out in the first few weeks.
That comes with, practice time, knowing the formations, and you don't really know how much time these guys have had to practice. So, backs it up to 1st and 15 now. Ball at the 42 of the Venom.
But, you're still okay. There's 6:47 left in the half, and you got a 5-point lead. You'd like to pad that right here with at least a field goal. Yeah, see, they changed the way they're set up. There's trips again to the right-hand side. Single receiver to the left. Number 10 waits on the snap. There's a snap. He drops. Quick screen and sniffed out quick by the Venom.
Incomplete.
Wise move by the back to just drop it rather than take the loss.
Well, that's the second time they've run the screen, Coach, and both times they've put trips to the field and tried to throw the screen to the single receiver side. I think I heard somebody out there actually call out, watch the screen that time.
That was Seven Chenille on the play.
We got 2nd down and 15.
I tell you what, that's a heads-up move by the back to drop it, though.
If that's what he did.
Yeah, if he dropped that ball on purpose, that was heads up.
Okay.
All right. Doubles. Nasty slot to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, drops. He's got some time.
Corner route.
Throws it out. He had a man, but it's a little bit out of bounds.
Same smash route they completed earlier, and it was open again.
Yeah, just led him too far.
The Venom have shown a lot of respect for the Horseman's receivers. The reason why I mentioned running the ball earlier is right now, inside the box, sometimes they only have 4 guys. 3 guys down and 1 linebacker. Everybody else is sitting on the edge. If they pop something there with the 2 safety look, it's going to go real fast down the middle of the field.
You got numbers. You know, that's the whole if you can count, you can win thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got more people than they do, there's a good chance you'll have a positive play.
Here it is again.
2nd and 15.
I think it's 3rd, Coach.
3rd. Good call, Coach Chapman. There's a snap. Quarterback drops. Looks to his left. He's got a man on that
Deep
smash
out.
out again. And it's good for a first down. You're right, that wasn't out. I thought I saw a hitch, but nope, it was not there.
He just threw a 20-yard out, Coach.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Right now we got some sick 3rd down conversion rates, Coach. I mean, sick.
What are we looking at?
60% 3rd down conversion rate for the Horseman and a 67% 3rd down conversion rate for the Venom.
That'll win you some games.
It will. However, I think that the almost 90 yards in penalty is going to come back and bite the Venom if they don't clean it up.
I would say you're probably right. Doubles look. Zone around to the right side. He stops, and you can't ever stop. You can never stop. You can cut, but you can never stop. And he's cleaned up by the Fang gang right there.
They ran that right into a safety blitz, Coach.
Yeah. Well, if there's nothing else you can do, you cannot stop. You can cut, but you can't stop. He stopped.
Yeah, Coach, we just talked about the number of people in the box, and they saw the same thing and tried to run it. And the Venom just brought the safety right off the edge.
Nicely done. Doubles look for the Horseman. Venom walk a couple guys up.
Safety came off the other edge that time.
Quarterback drops and throws into open space. And, of course, as most receivers do, number 3 is looking for a flag.
Should I look for a flag every time?
Oh, the sounds of the crowd.
Ooh, boy.
We're really close to the sideline, and some of the things that get said are pretty funny.
Great stuff right there.
We can't relate most of those, but a lot of them are very funny.
All right, we're looking here at 3rd down and, 10, a little bit more than 10 after the 1st down carry. See if they go back to that out route. It appears the quarterback from the Horseman can throw the football down the field, big guy.
Indeed, man. Doubles look. There's a snap. He drops. He's looking to his right-hand side.
Got the out route again, and he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped the ball. It was a little short, but you got to catch that one. Number 2 on the drop.
So it's 4th down. I'm sure that the Horseman field goal kicker can make it from here, but probably not after standing on the sideline freezing for the whole first half.
No, it's kind of chilly out here.
He's walking towards the field.
Here he comes.
And he's going back off the field.
All right, there you go.
4th and 10. Has anybody converted a 4th down yet today, Coach?
I don't think so.
That's what I thought. There have been no 4th down conversions.
But we'll just keep plugging away.
There we go.
If at first you fail, try again. Doubles for the Horseman. Quarterback in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. He looks left. He throws.
Out route again, and it's short.
And he one-hops it. He had a man up underneath. I'm not sure why they were both there. But there was 2 receivers in the same area. I'm not sure why that was. But had the second guy, had the closer guy caught it, they had something, but instead he one-hops it. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Venom. Up 13-8 with 5:23 left in the half.
They had their own 25 right here, Coach.
That is the rumor.
It's not as good as starting at their 8, but I'm
No.
pretty sure I'm glad they're doing that, other than looking up at a 14-13 deficit right now.
Absolutely.
And now they got 5:23, and they got one timeout left.
Tell you what, you can steal a possession right here because you get the ball back at half if you're the Venom.
Sure do. It was a big deal getting that fumble and getting those points. Now if you can push it in right here and get the ball back, got a chance to put this thing.
Just put it away.
Yeah. Well, I'll never say put it away, Coach, not after last year. You can make it difficult.
All right. Fang gang out. There's a snap. Quick give right up the gut and nothing.
Gain of
Maybe a yard. Just nice hard push, I guess, because that was met quickly.
I don't see how that yard marker is where it's at. When I'm sitting here watching where they're putting down the football, he barely got past the 25. And I know that's only a 1-yard gain unless they started.
Well, maybe they're saying the forward progress did not look like it advanced that far. However, their vantage point is much different than mine.
Yeah, we're looking around things to see the field.
Fang gang lines up. Looks like they're
missing a player, Coach.
Yep, there we go. All right, we got somebody. All right. Got a slot to the left-hand side. There's a snap. Bad snap over his head. He's trying to get back on it. I don't know if he was able to get on it. Looks like he was. No? Okay.
Yeah, he got back on it.
All right, the Horsemen were calling for it, but every defensive player in the history of the world has been taught to point, no matter who's got the ball, because referees are easy to confuse. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Well, here we go, Coach. We're now at 3rd and 20.
Okay.
Remember the last time we said something smart aleck about this? Hey, what do you got in your playbook for 3rd and 16 was a 60-yard completion. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah, that snap over his head, it was not a good one. There's a center quarterback exchange is so important. But the Venom wisely are just letting the clock tick down, trying to eat up some of this time in case they have to give the Horseman the ball back.
Where's Autry at, Coach?
He is the other side, on the outside, on the right-hand side.
If I was him,
There's a snap. Quarterback rolls, throws, popped out.
Incomplete.
Complete and incomplete at the same time. It was caught, but jarred loose. The Horseman made sure of that. I'll tell you what, I'll give it to the Horseman. They have made sure that when people caught the ball, they paid for it.
Yeah, we're going to get our first punt of the game right here, Coach. Well, I think we're going to get our first punt of the game here, Coach. We're going to get our first punt of the game here, Coach.
All right. I'm excited to see how this is going to go.
I'm pretty sure that nobody knows what's going on. Punter's trying to change the football. And nobody knows who's on the punt team.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, there's 11 guys.
There we go, Coach.
Hey, we can play ball now.
Let's see what the snap looks like.
All right, that's going to be the most important thing.
Yeah.
There's our friend deep snapping. What's that cat's name?
That'd be Jeremiah Hickson, Coach.
Okay, Jeremiah Hickson getting ready to deep snap. Lots of people deep. Got 2 guys deep for the Horseman.
Wow.
Oh, barely got that one out. Nice bounce. Looks like it's going to take a good Venom roll and roll out of bounds.
At the 43, Coach.
Not a great kick, but good enough. Looks like the Horsemen are going to pick up at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in the half. Down by 5.
They also called offsides.
I would absolutely kick it again.
No, it's offsides on the Horseman. There's no way I'd kick it again because after that one almost got blocked in the first place.
Well, it's because he was out about 8 yards.
So they're going to ride it on. They're
just going to tack it on? Okay, I'm confused about
He's
what's
going the wrong way. He's going the wrong way.
All right.
He went the wrong way on the penalty.
So they're saying it was false start then?
No, it couldn't be false start because then he wouldn't be able to do it. It was offside, and they marked the penalty off on them.
As I said before, referees are easy to confuse.
They marked the penalty off the wrong way.
I tell you what, and the fact
and nobody said anything about it.
I would be going berserk right now.
Nobody said anything about it.
Berserk. That's a 10-yard swing. That is a 10-yard swing right now. If they get in, what does a 10-yard swing account for?
It accounts for the lead for the Horseman.
All right.
They marked the penalty off the wrong way.
That is just absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
All right, it's a pro right look. Eye backfield.
Uh-oh.
ISO, and there he goes. Big number 5, toting it for the Horseman. Looks like it's going to be close to a first down.
Gain of 9.
If I were them, I would run that one back one more time.
I'd line up and run it again right now. Wouldn't wait.
Again, just a pro right look. Eye backfield for the Horseman.
They're not. The Venom aren't set. Ran it
There's
again.
There's the snap. He's in the backfield. He spins off a man. He's going to fight.
5 yards more. First down.
I tell you what, they brought a lot of people right there. The Venom did that time.
That's the 17th rushing attempt of the night. 17th rushing attempt the first half for the Horsemen. So they've thrown it 15 times and ran it 17 times.
They are committed to running the football, it looks like.
Committed to balance, Coach. That's pretty good.
And here's the same formation. Bring up lots of pressure. It's able to get a little bit of a push. Going to be held to about a 1-yard gain.
A 1-yard gain.
Nice play by the Venom. I'm not sure what that's about.
Who called timeout? Who called timeout?
He didn't declare who called timeout unless it's a referee's timeout. Yeah, I'm not sure who called timeout, but they marked off a penalty 5 yards the wrong way and left it like that, so they may not very well know who has timeouts left.
Yeah. Yes, Coach. And this is the reason why. You know, we talk about bad snaps and hair falling out and things like that. Our hair falls out because of that right there.
I tell you what, if they wouldn't have fixed the 5-yard penalty, I would have gone crazy for real. Like, just go ahead and eject me now.
They are playing an eye backfield.
Looks like they got an unbalanced formation.
They just called timeout. Venom just took their last timeout.
Okay, so who took the last timeout?
I have no idea.
Okay, he's at timeout and then pointed at a group. How about you signal it? How about that? He just blew it in play.
They just wanted to run a guy on the field. I guess they didn't have enough.
Okay. What?
I have no idea, Coach.
Yeah.
It's gone off the rails right here.
Hopefully we'll get this taken care of to start the second half. Looks like we're having some troubles. And here comes another player on. That's number 16. Sorry, Hoss, don't have your number. Or your name. Sorry, I do have your number.
That was interesting. That was interesting. The safety that was playing safety the play before just went to linebacker.
Okay. Horseman line up. Kind of a pistol backfield. Quarterback slips. Going to be brought down by number 41. Again, buddy, you're playing a good game, but I don't know your name. Wearing the old Fang Gang helmet.
That's right. No, that right there was the 5th tackle for a loss for the Venom in the first half. Got 5 tackles for a loss and 1 sack.
Go ahead.
And the game's only turnover.
Time slipping away for the Horseman. Lining up in a pro set with an offset backfield. There's a snap. Quick toss out to the left-hand side. He looks like he's got the edge. No. Nice open field tackle.
That was an interesting play call on 3rd down and 13.
Gain of about 4. Apparently someone has let the dogs out. I don't know if you can hear the barking in the background. I don't know if snakes bark, but I'm sure they're Venom supporters.
There you go. It's not a hissing cobra we hear.
No, you can only hiss so loud, though.
And there's nothing that would be snake-like in this weather. I'm sorry.
No. Thank goodness. Doing yard work today, didn't run across anything. Really happy about that.
But we got another 4th down, Coach. We have got a 0% conversion rate on 4th down.
Doubles for the Horseman. There's a snap. Number 10 drops. He looks left. He's got a man right at the sticks.
There it is.
Man,
First down.
That's going to be a first down. They're going to run the clock, though. The Horsemen are out of timeouts. Clock is ticking down at 15 seconds.
Got to spike it.
It's not going to stop. They don't seem to have any sense of urgency. And he drops. I think they thought he was going to throw it on the ground, and it's intercepted.
Did he catch it?
I'm pretty sure that's a Venom ball interception right there. They're talking about it.
They gave it. Interception.
And another Venom turnover. 1.7 seconds left on the front clock for the first half. Venom up 13-8. I tell you what, I just take a snap and kneel this one down.
Got it, Coach. Absolutely.
I don't mess with this right here deep in my own territory. Don't want to give up anything silly. But great job by the Fang Gang defense right there. And I'm not sure. It looked like the offense was confused. I think the rest of the offense really thought that he was going to kneel it, that he was going to spike it. And instead, it looks like he and that one receiver were the only one on the same page.
Yeah, you got it, Coach. That's it.
But that ball was inside, low and inside is not a good thing on the fade. We watched the quarterbacks warm up before the game, and that was the one thing we saw was on the fade route. The ball oftentimes was low and inside, and every football fan knows that's not where that ball can be.
Being low and inside also caused a 15-yard penalty because it got to the pushing and shoving out there.
Oh, yeah.
Please run a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, do something conservative. Get the snap, though. Fang Gang's going to huddle. Ball, they have the ball at their own 3-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, 2-yard line, according to our clock people.
Oh, okay, the 2-yard line. That makes it even worse.
Yeah, just fall forward. There's a snap, and he's going to kneel it down right behind the center. And that's going to bring us to a close in the first half right there. Fang Gang 13, Metro Atlanta Horseman 8. Here at beautiful Lenora Park in Snellville, Georgia. This game brought to you by Score Sports. If you have needs for broadcasting or recording, please just get in touch with us. All our information is on the screen. We're going to take a brief break right here at halftime, and we'll be back shortly. right, welcome back to Lenore Park in beautiful Snellville, Georgia. Getting ready to start with the second half. If you missed the first half, our Atlanta Venom are leading 13-8 over the Metro Atlanta Horseman. Coach Chapman, give us some stats from the first half right there.
Well, the main stat right now is that the Venom have no turnovers and the Horsemen have 2. But I'll give you a rundown of the stats right now. Rushing the ball, the Venom had a rough first half, 11 rushes for minus 27 yards. Much better throwing the ball. They were 6 for 9 for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. They were 50%. On third down conversions, their average field position was their own 38. On defensively, they were 2 for 3 in the red zone, and they went 0 for 1 on fourth down conversions. Defensively, they had 3 passes broken up, 5 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 interception. Now the Horsemen, on the other hand, they rushed it 19 times for 50 yards, Coach. They had their only touchdown on the ground. However, they turned it over twice, one of them resulting in an 8-yard drive for our Venom. Now, they were 10 of 17, throwing for 134 yards. They were 43% on third down, 33% on fourth down, 50% in the red zone, and they averaged starting at the 36. They had 1 pass broken up, 2 sacks. They also had 5 tackles for a loss. The big key for this right now is the Venom has to avoid the turnover and the penalties. In the first half, the Venom had 8 penalties for 76 yards, while the Horsemen had 4 for 35. So that's a first half stat breakdown, and getting ready to start this thing off in the second half with the Horsemen kicking off to the Venom.
The Venom trying to draft guys for the kickoff return team, but it looks like a lot of their kickoff return team is offsides.
Oh, they're not. It doesn't look like it, Coach. They are offsides. Now, we did see a referee mark a penalty off the wrong way at the end of the first half, so the fact that they'd probably know that if their foot's on that line is offsides is highly questionable.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to get called, but the Horsemen line up to kick. Venom ready to start this second half. And the first action coming at you. Waiting on a whistle.
Just like the first half, it's a replay. There we go.
And there it is. And there's the kick. High spinning kick to about the 10-yard line. Going to be fielded by Austin coming around the right side. He's got some room. He's got some speed. Nice job putting his hand down, getting some extra yards.
A 48-yard line, Coach.
Again, great starting field position for the Venom.
Got 1st and 10 at the Venom 48-yard line here with 14:52. Just starting the third quarter. Big drive right here for the Venom. Get them a 2-score lead.
I tell you what, even if they can make it a 2-possession game, that's the big deal, When we're sitting on the sideline and we're thinking about what we got to do, obviously you want to score as many points as you can, but you definitely want to pad yourself a little bit. You want to give yourself just a little bit of room because here before long it'll start being a time issue.
Yeah, and we've seen that, as the half went on the last time, the Horsemen slowed down significantly on offense. First 2 drives, they were crisp. After that, it looked like fatigue set in a little bit.
Well, having to travel a little bit, they are from the Metro Atlanta area, but, they were just like the Venom. We saw guys showing up late,
Well, I had to travel a little bit at halftime, and I think fatigue set in on me.
The Venom come out with a 2-back set, a slot to the left side, single receiver to the right. Horseman in that 4-man line. At 4-2-5, look, there's a snap. Give on the ISO to the right side. Buffalo is going to pick up. Looks like maybe 1.
I think they're going to give them 2, Coach.
Well, I would call it 1.5.
All right.
1 and 7/8. All right. Nice 2-yard run. It looked like that it wasn't going to get anything, but Buffalo turns it up.
No, we're really just guessing, ladies and gentlemen. We can't see over the sideline, people on the sideline. So if we say something and on the video camera it looks different, we apologize.
Lord, I apologize for All right, that same two-back set in the gun for the Venom. Slot to the right, slot to the left. There's a snap, give to the left side. Looks like he might find a little room, but then quickly cut down.
2 more.
It's going to bring up third and what looks to be about 6, I guess.
I wonder if the Venom is trying to make a conscious effort to run the ball better, coming out of the locker room, considering the first half was a disaster for them running the football. But by doing this, they've put themselves in a 3rd and 6 situation. One of the other problems for the Venom in the first half was that they had a really hard time protecting the passer. There were a lot of big plays made with the quarterback doing a good job of stepping up and moving around in the pocket.
Doubles for the Venom. There's a snap. He drops. False start. The Horsemen were creeping up, and I think somebody got antsy.
Yeah, they were bringing it right there. You were going to get a 6-man pressure. It's going to drop it back to 3rd. And shouldn't be that far. It should be 3rd and 11.
All right.
I think the guy on the down marker just, gets to a point where he feels comfortable. And
this feels like a good spot.
And now the referee just picked it up and moved it up the mark to match the down marker.
Yeah.
Wow. Just wow, man.
Oh, man. All right. Venom come out. It's a big conversion for them right here. If they can convert this, they can burn some more time off the clock. Already taking 2 minutes off. Doubles.
Do they have enough people on the field?
Single back to Hogan's left. They do. There's a snap. He drops. He looks. He rolls to his right. Quick throw out to his right-hand side. Man breaks the tackle. He's got room. He's going to get the first down. Nice run and catch right there. Hogan to 7. Chanel. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Picked up about 17 on the play.
Man, that was huge. I thought he's fixed to get blasted, but he just ran through the tackle.
Yeah. It's one of those one-on-one matchups again. Talking about got an athlete in space on a linebacker that may not be as good an athlete.
I'll tell you what, though. They had a guy. The Horsemen were there to make the play and just didn't. But that's a lot of football. All right. The Horsemen line up. They look like they're short a couple guys.
They're short one. I knew that.
They draft 2 guys off the sideline. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. There's a snap. Fakes the give. Quarterback keeps. Hogan tries to get away. Just go down.
Is that Hogan, coach? They changed quarterbacks. Number 17 in the game.
Is that 17? I tell you what, folks, I have a really hard time with the numbers. Yeah, it is 17. That was Lance Marable. And he was going nowhere on that zone keeper. I will tell you, folks, the numbers are hard to see. I look forward to the new uniforms.
So we're looking here. We got 2nd down and 14 now. If I was guessing, I'm guessing the receiver at the bottom of the screen is fixing to get the ball. It comes out of the huddle clapping. That's always a giveaway that they're throwing me the ball.
Look. Quarterback drops. Looks out to his right. He throws. Broken up by number 1, Sammy Johnson, because that sure enough was going to be an interception. Johnson comes back to break it up. Ball was thrown short.
And they threw it to Sammy Johnson, who came out of the huddle clapping his hands, knowing that it was time for his turn.
Well, that's a nice tell. Sammy Johnson seems to be explaining to the defense that was his ball.
And if he hadn't fought for it, that was a good play on his part to come back and break it up.
That ball gets thrown short. You're a receiver. You better be ready to play defense.
Where was the throw again, Coach, on the fade?
That was going to be low and inside.
There it is.
And that's a guaranteed turnover.
Doubles again.
Quarterback in the gun. Back walks up.
A little empty look right here.
There's a snap. He drops. Quick
got the back in space.
Back.
Made it a manageable 4th down right here, Coach. They're going for this.
That's going to be a nice throw and catch right there between between Marable and 7 Chanel.
It's about 9 yards picked up right there, Coach.
Well, you're right. That's 4th and manageable.
Going to be 4th and 5.
Well, the 4th down conversions haven't been very good. Could this be the first 4th down conversion of the evening? But even if not, they burned almost 5 minutes off the clock in this possession. And that's what you want to do with a lead. You want to eat the clock.
Last February, if somebody would have eaten the clock, the Falcons would have been celebrating.
Well, there it is.
I'm not bitter or anything.
Matt Ryan shouldn't take a sack. He's smarter than that.
Coach, you got me. I'm already cold now. Now you got me shivering.
All right, there's 2-back set. Slot for the Venom. High snap, fielded.
He's there.
Thrown out to the left. He's got a man, and it's out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover on downs right there for the Venom. It's going to be 1st and 10 Horseman from what looks to be the 38-yard line. 37-yard line, sorry. Again, my vantage point is not what it should be.
No, Coach, that's the 34-yard line. Because here's the 40.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was on this side of that line. That just goes to show you, folks.
1st and 10 Venom at their own 34 with 10:02 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
All right. Let's see what the Horsemen have right here.
Getting a little commentary from the sideline down here.
Yes, indeed. I like the fact that everybody's kids are up on the fence right there trying to talk to their dads. That's pretty awesome.
If it was my youngest daughter, she'd be trying to coach me.
Yeah. All right.
There's like 1,200 people on defense.
Yep, and they're all on the line of scrimmage and fixing to be offsides. There's a snap. Give on the ISO, and he's going to get some room right there. It's going to be pickup of about 5, just on a straight give out of a pro set.
Yeah, 5 yards on 1st down is a good deal, Coach.
Tell you what, sure does open up the playbook, doesn't it?
That'll be their 20th rush of the night for 55 yards. So they're under 3 a carry.
All right. They've had luck of late, though.
Yeah, it got better later in the second.
Moving the ball.
Later in the 2nd quarter. The Venom have a way to go to getting the positive yardage, though, Coach.
Yeah, they should throw the ball. They've proven that. It's that pro set, offset eye. Quarterback under the center. Lots of people up on the ball. There's a snap. Give on the ISO. Looks like it's going to be good for about 4.
We'll bring up 3rd and 1 right here.
I tell you what, they got 8 guys at the line of scrimmage basically, and can't stop the ISO.
Coach, if it breaks, if it breaks, it's gone because the safety is no longer in the picture.
Right.
Bad part about it is if he would have cut that left, he'd have had there was a huge hole in the cutback lane. I'm not going to argue with 4 yards. I just looked down here at the coach on the sideline wearing shorts, so I'm up here shaking to death. I got on every pair of clothing I own. This guy down here in shorts like he's out on a Sunday walk.
Well, what's funny about that is all this stuff says Florida. You wouldn't think that the guy that wears all the Florida stuff would be the guy to wear shorts. All right. That same pro set look with the eye backfield for the Horsemen. 3rd and short. I'm anticipating an ISO. There's a snap.
Dive.
On a dive, and he's met.
Wow.
Well, he's met at the mesh point.
Wow.
Met at the mesh point. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th and 3.
Wow.
4th and 3 from their 43-yard line.
Wow.
42.
Fight.
Oh, and there's a fight.
There it is.
And there it is.
They ought to. One of those dudes threw a right cross.
That's number 7. I think that's 7-on-7 crime right there. Or is that 1?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I saw some flags come out. I haven't seen an ejection yet. Or is that 5? I'm having a hard time telling numbers.
Coach, his jersey's all no.
Between the number style and the jerseys being rolled up, and It's tough to tell. But I think both those guys are going to get to stay from the looks of things. And it looks like it might be deteriorating.
Okay, this is not looking good.
All right. Okay. People people high-fiving. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
It's like that was number 1, Coach.
Is that number 3? His jersey's rolled up, and again, the numbers are terrible. I say terrible. The style is one in which it's very hard to read.
Well, my blindness says it's number 1, so it ended up being a 15-yard penalty.
That's not number 1. Number 1's Sammy Johnson. That's not Sammy Johnson. Maybe Jeremiah Collins. Maybe number 3.
It may be.
All right, the Horseman going to line up the punt. All right.
They called timeout.
They were having a hard time making sure they had enough guys out there on punt return. You're getting ready to get the ball back with 7:35 left in the third.
Did a great job. You took a drive. You ate almost over 5 minutes up on the clock. Get the ball back.
We practice every day, and special teams are a nightmare. I can't imagine what it's like. You know, I don't know how often these guys are able to practice, but you know, I would imagine the chances of them getting everybody to practice every day are slim to none. And like I said, I just know what a nightmare special teams are for us, and we work hard on special teams. We do special teams every single day.
Preach, Coach.
Every day.
Coach, these guys are, doing this in their spare time because they love the game. We got kids in high school. We do it every day with them, and we can't get kids on the field after a turnover.
No, we've got some kid talking to a cheerleader. Because he thought the defense was out there. Well, we got the ball back. So, yes, you needed to go out there.
Couldn't understand why everybody was yelling his name. Thought he was just popular at that point in time in the game.
Jeez, man.
Sorry, Coach. I got you shaking over there again.
Yeah. All right. There's a snap.
Wow.
23 is going to get that one off. That was close.
That's returnable, boys.
Oh, put on the ground. That's going to be recovered by the Horseman.
There it is.
That's a muff punt. There's your turnover.
Golly.
There's your turnover. You know, when you watch games, and I watch games all the time at home, and I'll say things in my living room like, the only thing they can't do now is just as long as they don't turn the ball over. As long as they don't turn the ball over, they're good. And then there it goes.
All right, and we're fighting again.
Got some people upset about the muff punt.
It's breaking down out here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really want to fight it or if they're cold.
Well, it appears to be the same couple that seem to be having the same problem. But there hasn't been a bench clear, although both sides have kind of wandered out to the numbers. So certainly don't want to repeat of last year. We had a game here last year where it turned into a brawl. It's the last thing we want. We want to see a good, clean game.
If we ever get this thing straightened out, the Horsemen will have stolen a possession. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Venom 44. Looks like we got some guys out there trying to play peacemaker, which is nice to see.
Indeed. Yeah. There's always a few guys that just can't hold it together.
Nickname for him in high school was Can't Get Right.
Second number 15, Rod Burnett, is coming off the field. I don't know that Rod is any relation to Cap or Morgan, but
if he is, he's a heck of a player.
That is a fine football family.
The clock is being instructed to run. I noticed that it looked like on the last series for the Horsemen, they had a new quarterback as well. I'm wondering if these guys are treating this like a
scrimmage,
a preseason game in the NFL and getting a lot of people involved.
Number 9 at quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Crowd's going crazy behind us.
Sounds like Six Flags, man.
I know. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
That pro look, eye backfield. There's a snap. Quarterback drops, looks to his right.
Ball's out.
Ball's out. I think that's going to be a Venom recovery. And
he fumbled. Okay, well, we have no idea what's going on because nobody will blow a whistle.
All right. And there goes there goes number 8 down the field with the ball. Again, having some issues out there.
Whose ball is it? That's all I want you to tell me, Mr. Ref.
They're saying he was down. I'm not sure who he means. Okay, they're saying the Horseman man was down.
No, they're asking for the Venom's ball.
Okay, so they're saying that the Venom player, the Venom defender was down.
So we have a sack and a strip and a recovery and a down by contact. All on the same play, Coach.
I tell you what, man. I think those cats out there are asleep at the wheel.
Oh, no, I think we should call Dean Blandino and Mike Pereira to get them to give us the update on the replay.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
And the update on the replay would be it was Patriots ball.
I'm not sure if they took a timeout right here or not, but seem to be having a come-to-Jesus meeting.
I think this is the don't fight. You get to play one time a week. Don't screw it up.
Yeah. I wonder what the ejection rules are. Because apparently you can punch people and not get ejected.
It's number 3, Coach. He just turned around over here.
Yeah, it was Jeremiah Collins. That was my hunch, not because I know anything about Jeremiah, but because I knew he didn't look like Sammy Johnson. I'd seen Sammy Johnson with his helmet off, and they did not look the same.
Well, it looks like we've gotten ready to play again.
Lots of dap being given. I don't know if Jeremiah Collins has been ejected. He seems to be heading towards the locker room.
I'm not sure what the deal is, and we're not going to get an explanation.
No.
They probably mark off the penalty the wrong direction.
There's a good chance that'll happen. But regardless, Fang Gang got the ball, 1st and 10.
All right.
At what looks to be the 47, their own 47-yard line. 2-back set, slot right. There's a snap.
A little straight lead.
Yes, Buffalo on the carry. I think that's going to be a hold.
Holding, Coach.
That's going to be a hold. That's definitely in the area of holding. Number 19 concurs.
Yeah, he's calling this game for us as well.
Well, and like most offensive linemen, they cannot believe that you called the hold.
Yeah. Went the whole first half and didn't get me for holding. I've been doing the same thing.
I never held in my life. Been flagged for it many times.
Sitting there looking, I'm pretty certain right now we're getting close to the 100-yard mark and penalties for the Venom. It's going to bring up, 1st and about 20?
That's what it seems. We're trying to avoid a sideline warning right there.
Clock runs under 6:30, Coach. They're doing one thing. They're getting the clock to move.
Venom in the gun. Quarterback drops. Looks to his right, then tries to take off. He's got some room. Referee sets a pick.
Always use it to your advantage. Gained about 8 on that, Coach.
Well, it's a good decision in my book. Positive plays are good plays.
Going to bring up 2nd down and right at 12. Now watch the guy playing quarterback. I don't know if you have his name. I think it's Taz Wilson. Watched him.
It is Taz Wilson.
In warm-ups. He got a nice arm. Watched him throw it around. He can rip it down the field pretty good.
Well, I think this is what they were trying to do last time. Just protection broke down. They're going to come out in the trips look this time. Single receiver to the left. Back offset to Wilson's left. There's a snap. He drops. He looks. He scrambles to his left. He
got him.
Man, there he is. Oh!
He hit him right in the chest. Oh, man, what a nice job of moving in the pocket, shuffling to the clearing, did everything right, kept his eyes down the field, and threw a bolt.
That was a great route by Sam Spencer and just couldn't come up with the ball. You got to catch that one.
That flips the scoreboard, Coach. He catches that ball. There's no one left. That was a nice job. Very nice job of executing what you call scramble drills, following the quarterback, getting on different levels. Everything about that was was perfect except for the completion of the play.
Tell you what, man, I'm with you right there. That makes this game less attainable.
No, you don't want to say anything about that. You don't want to put that out there. But since early in the game, the Horsemen have really struggled on offense.
Trips look again for the Venom.
Here comes the overload blitz. That
There's
guy's
a
all
snap.
sides.
Yep. Number 23 applying a lot of pressure on Wilson. He's able to scramble out of it, but there's just too many guys there. And unfortunately, it's going to be a huge loss. Huge loss for the Venom. You know, the one thing you can't do as a quarterback is run backwards.
Yeah, especially not when you run backwards for a loss of about 16.
Ask that kid, what's his name? Tua Tavalonga. What's the kid's name?
Tua, that's his name. Tua.
Well, you remember I thought when he took that sack in the national championship, I was like, it's over.
Yeah.
I was like, Papanastis can't hit it from the 30. Forget it from back there, and then he throws a touchdown strike.
Hey, isn't this fourth down?
Indeed.
Are they not going to punt?
I would certainly hope so. Okay. Maybe he's going to quick kick it.
That would seem like that would be the plan.
All right. Doubles. 4th and 25. Maybe 28. Wilson in the gun. There's a snap.
He did quick
And
kick
it's a
it.
little drop kick. And it's going to get a good Venom roll.
Nice job.
That almost got blocked.
All the way down to the 35 of the Horseman.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I realized the idea of the quick kick, but he kicked that ball around someone or under someone's arm. It's hard to tell from where we're at.
Yeah, I thought that was going to get blocked. I thought for sure. I'm not sure what's going on right there.
We just had a wipeout and a forward roll.
See, that's Sammy Johnson. Sammy Johnson providing a little entertainment for us there.
Sammy's having a good time out here.
Looks like my kid's in the living room.
Or mine in the gym.
We can't afford the gym, so we stay in the living room.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, 3:53, Coach. Time's ticking away right here, but the Horsemen are not out of this thing. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
No, but each possession becomes more and more important as time wears down.
They've gone kind of away from the shotgun look where they had gotten the Venom to spread out, and then they went into the pro-eye look. Looks like they're going to stay in the pro-eye look. Really, by doing this, they've just invited every Venom player to get into the box.
Yeah, and there's 8 guys right there. And they send about 5 or 6 of them.
Uh-oh, he missed him.
And number 8's out on the edge.
That's a nice tackle right there.
And there's a flag. I'm
Holy
not sure
smokes.
what that is.
Holding. They're going to call holding on the receiver, but that is a nice tackle.
Nice job by Quan Brown, number 33. Is that 33 or 35, Coach?
I don't know, but the running back is down.
He absolutely got blasted. That was a really nice open field tackle. I hope the guy's okay. I think it was number 8 on the carry.
Yeah.
There seems to be some camaraderie down there between the two teams. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that play stopped in the backfield, and dude missed the tackle. 35 showed up, didn't miss the tackle, Coach.
There's a cell block somewhere missing number 84. Look at that guy. There's a big tight end, man.
Wow. That's the guy that's been playing the sniffer back for the Horseman.
He's a big dude.
Wow.
Got some people going down with cramps. I feel your pain.
Wait a minute. They're doing it again. They tried to mark the penalty off the wrong way again, Coach. At least somebody from the Venom caught him that time. He was marking the penalty off the wrong way again.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't number 33 on that hit.
Number 35.
That was Runavec Martin. And I'm sorry if I just butchered your name, buddy.
No, Coach. That would be Renevik Martin. And I know him because he played for me at Lovejoy High School.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at that. Small world, man.
That's 2 kids on the team from Lovejoy High School. You got Jeremiah Dixon and Renevik Martin. He played baseball for me, too.
A really nice open field tackle. Saved what could have been a potential touchdown because they had some blockers out front. Okay, now they're discussing what they're doing. Okay, I think it was on them. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They've already moved the chains. So this is going to be a disaster. It was second. It gained 7, so it should have been 2nd and 3. The holding penalty was from back here, so it should be 2nd and 13. But now they got to change everything up.
Okay. Yep. What happens when the umpire moves everybody without everything being resolved?
The down marker's got to come back too, Chief. Just see what they're doing.
They're going to say, how about right here? This looks like a good spot. Down marker stopped here. Why not?
Well, and they've just spotted it at 1st and 10 again. It's a do-over.
Mulligan.
Well, I can assure you the running back didn't think it was a mulligan. Mr. Martin didn't think it was a mulligan.
All right, here we go. Again, everybody's in the box. Under center for the Horseman. Number 9. There's a snap. He drops. He looks to his right. Got a man short, and he's going to be met immediately.
For no gain. That is a reception for no gain.
He was able to spin out of it, but after a whistle blew, they're still going to give him a yard.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't get that. But he got nowhere close to where the down marker is.
No, he did not.
That's okay.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 8 because they gave him 2.
I'd be really upset if I was playing defense.
Okay, then. There's one thing about it. The Venom have played that 3-3-5, but it's been more like an 8-man blitz here since midway through the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, the house blitz.
As soon as they went to the eye, it became everybody come get him.
Well, here they go again.
Same kind of safeties are back. 2nd and 8 right here.
Same kind of look for the Horseman. Pro set with the offset eye. There's a snap. Give off the right side. He's got some room. He's outside. It's going to be a first down.
It's a gain of 14 right there, Coach. Same counter play that they ran back over here. They just blocked it better that time.
That's going to be a first down, bro.
1st and 10.
And the Horseman on the move with 1:56 left in the 3rd quarter.
And the clock's on the move too.
I cannot talk.
Yeah, it's probably because the numbing effect from the Arctic blast that we're experiencing right here has gotten into our jaws.
Oh, man.
Hey, but you can't beat it, man. We're out here talking football on a Saturday night. You know, it's fun to watch. This has been an exciting game.
We had to leave so early, it saved me from another half day of yard work as well. So that's always a plus.
Now, one thing, the Horsemen are not in any hurry.
Well, I mean,
they got a whole quarter to go, but the same sprint to the line that they had in the first half.
No, that giddy up is gone.
It has vanished.
The giddy up in the Horseman has disappeared. Same pro look, eye backfield. There's a snap.
Straight drop.
Number 9 drops. He looks.
Coach, they ain't got enough time to do that.
Yeah, there's too many people.
I mean,
there's just too many people coming.
The Venom had 1 sack in the first half. They have 2 sacks in this quarter, both of them the same way. There's so many people in the box, you can't straight drop back from a compressed set and think you're going to have enough time to step, take a 5-step drop, hitch, and throw something down the field. It's just not going to happen.
When you pack it in, everything's got to be quick.
We're underneath 30 seconds now here to go in the third quarter. Be interesting.
I think that might have been the last play of the quarter.
Well, we'll see. They broke the huddle.
Well, they just blew it in. They didn't have to run a play, but I guess they will.
Got second down right here in about 16. Here they come again.
Same kind of backfield, just packed house back there.
Counter again.
There it is.
They
Big guy. There it is down the middle. He's got some room. He's going to be really close.
He's going to be about 2 yards shy.
Well, let's see what the down marker
About
says.
3 yards shy, Coach.
I thought he was close. He looked closer than that to me.
So that was a 14-yard.
I've got kind of a diagonal view.
14-yard carry. He's going to put it down at about third down. About third down and 4.
That's going to bring the third quarter to a close. At this third down and 4 with your Atlanta Venom leading the Metro Atlanta Horseman 13-8. This broadcast brought to you by Score Sports. If you have broadcasting or filming needs, simply let us know. All our information is up on the screen.
Coach, let's see what's going to happen here in this last 15 minutes. Could be one of 3 things, all right? You freeze, I freeze, or someone does something awesome out here, and we get a heck of a finish. Because I'm pretty sure that the part about me freezing is going to happen.
Well, I'm hoping for the fantastic finish, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking forward to a defrost. I'm looking forward to a defrost because we're sitting on these metal seats and it is rough.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about trying to unfold myself out from where I'm sitting right now. It's not going to be a pleasant.
The way I'm jammed in here, I'm a rather big man, so the way I am jammed into this spot is a little ridiculous. And I was getting down to at halftime, and I just went ahead and took the express elevator down the steps.
You say you missed the first step or the last one, Coach?
It was the last 2. But I was like, I caught myself, so I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
Felt good when you got down to the bottom, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice, soft concrete when you got there.
Oh, yeah. Always nice. Again, they're packing it in.
And
the Horsemen are packing it in with offset eye.
Let's see if this guy comes off this edge for the Venom right here. Or is he going to double this guy?
Venom with 8 guys in the box. And they send 7.
Slant.
And it's going to be a slant. Completed for a
down.
first down to number 23.
8-yard gain.
And it looks like the Horsemen are on the march.
After completing 10 in the first half, Coach, that's their second completed pass in the second half. They threw for 134 yards in the first half, and they've thrown for 10 in the second half so far.
Throw the ball.
Well, it is what it is.
I will say the counter plays have done well, but
yeah,
I tell you what, you know what I like to do? I think they should give the tailback trap out of this look right here with the offset fullback, and have him fill for the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's a nasty cross read for your linebackers.
It'd be even nastier if they blocked his zone left and trapped with the sniffer back.
I like that a lot. And it's a give off to the left-hand side. He's going to fight for what he gets. It looks like he might get a yard or 2.
Someone just got cleaned on the other sideline.
I saw that. Somebody just got blocked really badly.
The guy holding the down marker doesn't know what hit him.
Yeah, drop the sticks, man. Drop the sticks.
Oh. So it's going to bring up second down and about 9 after that 1-yard gain.
Tell you what, it's a big possession. 13:30 left in, more than likely the Horsemen will get it at least one more time. But you never know, man. I've seen teams eat up an entire quarter.
All right, so right now in the second half, all right, the Horsemen, this is their third possession. Now, they stole the possession because they got the fumble. All right, but then they got the ball, gave the ball right back, so they didn't really do anything with that. But this is their third possession, and we're going under 13 minutes. You know, one time, you know, you're pushing your luck.
Deep past the left-hand side.
They're going to call defensive holding.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a slant and go, Coach, and when he went on the up move, he just grabbed a hold of him.
Yeah. I can't fault the defensive guy right there. More than one time we've told kids, if you're beat, tackle him.
Yep.
What's the ball? What if you don't have the ball? We don't care. Tackle him.
That puts the ball at the 30, Coach. So you got first down and 10 at the 30-yard line, and we're at 12:55. Now you wonder if, remember we talked earlier about them not kicking that field goal earlier. If they had kicked that field goal, a field goal would put them in front.
Indeed. But I'm pretty sure they're looking for the end zone.
That was the spot of the foul, 8-yard pass interference route right there. It's really a 10-yard penalty.
Here we go. Here we go. Quarterback under center. There's a snap.
Counter again.
Ball.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Quarterback for the Horseman able to get back on it.
It's going to be a loss of about 6 or 7 right there, Coach. Very lucky he was there, because if he's not, that's going to be a loss of 8. If he's not there,
that's touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Good heads-up play by the Horseman quarterback to get back on it, and great penetration by the Fang Gang defense right there to fire through and cause that fumble. Just looked like somebody put their helmet right there on the football.
Yep, sure did. Kind of surprised, Coach. We haven't seen the same stuff that we saw early in the game. I don't know if it's because it is, for all extensive purposes, a preseason game for these two teams. They're not in the same league, not in the same conference. Going to get a timeout right here for the Horsemen.
Do they have any?
That's their first one this half.
They got 4. They got 4 last half. So
yeah, they did. Magical mystery timeout showed up.
4 and an extra 10 yards. I mean, that was a good half for them.
Yeah, they still were down 5.
I'll tell you what now. That wind is kicking up, son.
Yeah, it's not exactly a nice summer breeze either.
Here's one for you. Your boss told me a few minutes ago that, I thought about bringing the heater but wasn't sure if I should. I tell you right now, because he was like, normally we're sweating. And I was like, I hear you. And I would agree with you. However, tonight it's just a little chilly.
I can handle being cold. I really can. I'm just hoping that, what I saw in that weather report holds off. Because I don't want any liquid refreshment out here with my cold.
It's talking about raining tonight?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Run, clock, run.
I don't want any of that.
Now, I've been here before. We were trying to rig a tarp up on the –
All right, here we go. The thing I was just about to say, we hadn't seen any of the vertical routes we saw in the first half. None of the shotgun.
Here we go.
After the timeout, we're in the shotgun with 4 wides. The same thing they were doing, when they were successful on their second drive.
The Horseman come on the doubles look, and there's a snap. Quarterback drops.
Flare.
Quick flare out to the right-hand side. Number 31 got the ball, and
he's got 8.
Pick up, look about 8 or 9.
It's going to bring up right here, 3rd down and 9, unless there was another penalty flag that I don't see.
I don't see anything.
Are they drawing it up in the dirt over there?
There's some Venom players in the Horseman huddle.
I thought I saw a coach with a whiteboard out there. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny.
You're the bottle cap.
Run over here to this blade of grass.
All right, Jimmy. This cigarette butt, it's you. To draw things up. Okay. I wish I could lie and say I've never done it. Never in a real game, but passing league, I've drawn stuff up before.
Oh yeah, it's all about getting the right matchup. I got 23 on the inside. Should be interesting.
All right, got somebody rolled up on him right now. Doubles. There's a snap. Quarterback looks to his right. He fires it out.
It's the out route again.
Yep, and that's going to be complete. Trying to get you a number right there.
First down too.
That's going to number 2. The play is going to be made by Jeremiah Collins.
That's another completion on that out route and another 11-yard gain.
It's the demeanor of the Fang Gang sideline has really changed.
Yes, it has. It's gotten the game has slowed down. You know, realistically, I mean, we're looking at this. The Venom had the ball twice, both times with great field position, and have done nothing with it in the second half. And the Horsemen this drive have just eaten the clock. We're at about, right now, looking at about 8 minutes into this drive. Back in the eye.
Quarterback under center. There's the give.
Got him.
That's okay. The safety showed up. If he hadn't showed up, I thought he had some space right there. I thought he was headed for the end zone.
12-yard gain.
And
it's first and goal.
Horsemen are on the march. And a touchdown right here gives them the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Gone into 10 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Fang Gang really needs to pull it together right here, kind of bow their backs. You know, this is one of those know where you're at kind of deals.
Yeah, well, you got first and goal at the 9, and the clock is now under 9 minutes. So you've been on the field right now since, the 3-minute mark in the third quarter?
I tell you, that'll wear a defense out, man. Same kind of look. Offset eye. Quarterback on the give. Right up the gut.
Gonna be a touchdown.
Yep, and he just powers through. Nobody wanted to tackle him. He just powers through. So with 8:55 left in the fourth quarter, it's 14-13. Atlanta Horseman, our Metro Atlanta Horsemen over the Venom.
Now, the card would tell you to go for
0-for-2.
I'm not so sure that they're not going to do it, Coach. They're going to kick.
Well, I mean, I don't know that he thinks anybody's going to kick a field goal, you know.
This is true.
But
the guy
1 point, 2 points, it's really.
But I did see the guy from the Venom make a 33-yard extra point.
This is true. This is true.
And they don't have enough people on the field, Coach.
Yeah, calling for 2. Give me 2. I do that sometimes when I play poker.
Wouldn't know, Coach. I can't play cards. Brutal.
Really?
Brutal at it.
I like cards. We played a lot of cards when I was a kid.
Now, my wife and her side
There's
of the family.
There's a snap, and they just stopped. I don't understand. They were going to block the extra point.
Yeah, there was no way in the world that ball gets off if they don't stop. But
the guy's coming off the right side for the Venom just like, oh, yeah, he's got to kick it. Man, look out.
That was interesting.
I don't get that one. So now with 8:55 left in the fourth.
We have a 15-13 game, Coach. And the most exciting play is going to be the kickoff return because the Venom have been close twice, really close, to taking one to the house. They need a great return here to cut the field in half.
Yeah, really need a spark.
Yeah, the sideline has gone to sleep.
Yeah, it's gone from dancing and laughing to a lot of concerned looks.
Well, interesting that in the first half, everybody used up their timeouts in a hurry. Now everybody would know both teams are sitting here with just under 9 minutes to go with 2 timeouts left. And as of right now, you know, the things that you looked at and we said at halftime were positives for the Venom have become negatives. The turnovers, all right? Now, although it didn't hurt them, it put their defense back on their field where they've been the entire second half.
Absolutely.
I have to believe that last drive was just a part of them being tired, worn out, and that's the conditioning part of it again.
That's tough, man. You know, we watch this happen in big-time college football where these teams run plays so fast that, you know, you keep a defense out there for, 80, 90 plays, and they're just exhausted. I don't care how good your defense is.
Yeah, you can't play, 85, 90, 95 plays and expect to be the same team you were when you started the game.
Defense is a lot more exerting than
the Venom kickoff return team is offsides again. Okay, they figured it out.
All right, there you go. There's a huge hole over here, though.
They're not going to kick it deep.
Little squib
They're
kick.
going to kick it out of bounds, though.
I don't think he touched it.
Did they throw a flag?
They did. I think they're going to make them, like, if it's me, they re-kick it. Kick it again.
They're going to put it on the 40, Coach.
Kick it again. Where our kick return team's been doing.
Yeah.
Kick it again.
By taking it at the 40, you've lost 7 yards.
Yeah, I mean, from your average starting field position, right?
Yeah.
Make them kick it again. Yeah. But it looks like they're going to take it at the 40. So it looks like your Atlanta Venom are going to take over at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
No, they're putting it at the okay, they are going to put it at the 40. There we go. I thought I was right. Never know with these guys.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
It's probably they didn't put it at the other 40.
Yeah. Sorry, man. All right. Time for the Venom to shake things up a little bit.
Let's see what we get right here, Coach.
Where Mr. Autry is going to be on the far side. It is going to be a doubles look for the Venom.
I hadn't seen a lot of zone in the second half. Different quarterback, different kind of play call. They're offsides, man. God almighty.
This guy right here.
They are offsides.
That is terrible.
My Lord.
That is absolutely horrible. I would say great defensive play by the Metro Atlanta Horseman right there, but when you get to go before the ball gets snapped, I'd be a pretty good defender too.
Man, whew.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
That's their 7th tackle for a loss. They've got 7 tackles for a loss and 3 sacks, so that's 10 tackles for a loss, Coach, in a game.
I mean,
they're approaching Nathaniel Norwood numbers.
He was 2 yards. He was 2 yards offside.
My dad would tell me if they don't call it, it's not a penalty.
Okay. Doubles again for the Venom. Coverage rolled up tight. Looks like they're going to bring pressure off the edge. Quick throw out to the left side. I think they're going to call the penalty on this one.
Probably going to call false start.
Nice hard run by number 20 after the catch. That's James McLeod. What's the call right here?
It's going to be offsides. You got to take the penalty to get it back to 2nd and 10.
Buddy, y'all are it's cracking me up because the Metro Atlanta Horseman guy is arguing. And I'm like, you guys are 4 or 5 yards offsides. You guys are 4 or 5 yards offsides.
Now you got receivers acting like they got hit. Everybody's trying to spots right here, Coach.
What is
you
what is
take
that?
the penalty because you don't lose the down. Oh, it's 3rd down now.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You want the penalty. You want the penalty.
All right, so it's not 3rd down. So they did take the penalty.
Good.
All right. I was wondering what was going on. Saw the beanbag on the ground and thought, surely not.
There's 2 yards difference and you lose a down.
Yes. And the clock's going to run, boys and girls.
All right, here we go. Winded under 7:48 right there. You guessed it, doubles for the Venom.
Let's see if this guy can stay on side. He
There's
did.
a snap.
And
a fumble snap. And
And
he's
a
going to be
sack.
swarmed under quickly. They're going to blow it dead. Lots of people still working. Lots of people are upset. Now it's 3rd down. Having a lot of trouble right there.
Changing quarterbacks right here. Quarterback's going in on the ever-present down of 3rd and 20.
I tell you what, I'm growing a little tired of the posturing and chest puffing. Reminds me a lot of a 7th grade dance. I wish some of these guys just settle down and play ball, and it's not many of them. It's one or two guys. But you know how that goes, how it makes everything look. They just need to play. This is the time that Venom really needs to get it in. I mean, based on the last drive, you need to get this first down.
Mm-hmm. This is you've really got to think about, you got 2 downs to get this 20 yards, and you got to do something right here.
They motion to
Going
trips.
Empty.
It is empty, and I think that's going to be a false start. I don't know if they're going to call encroachment or not. The down marker's already moving, so I'm guessing we haven't seen the signal. So
they just backed the penalty up. 5 yards, false start. So now it's 3rd and 23, somewhere around in there.
I'm thinking some sort of screen, shallow, something different, something underneath.
Depending on what coverage they play. If they walk this thing out here, they're going to play 2 safeties high, and they're going to be deep.
Play the sticks, man. All right, empty.
Watch 19.
And it's false start by the left guard, and that wasn't encroachment. That was just false start. He thought he heard something he didn't hear. Yeah, he's upset now. Here we go.
That's 111 yards and penalties.
Well, we said the thing they couldn't do was keep committing penalties and turn the ball over, and they did both of those.
Yes.
But now let's see if they can dig their way out right here. Where's Mr. Autry? There he is. He's over there.
If I was playing this team, I would, I'd have a safety over the top, linebacker inside, and a
Snap.
corner.
I'm not even sure everybody was set right there. He's going to be sacked. Taz Wilson gets sacked on that play to bring up 4th and forever. Man, what a turn of events for the Venom.
Boys and girls, this is not good.
No.
Clock runs under 5 minutes. The Venom needs the same break that the Horseman got. They need somebody to muff a punt.
Yeah, they need something big to happen. They need a turnover. Because if they put together a drive like they did the last time, the Horseman will just eat up the rest of the clock, even with the 2 timeouts for the Venom.
It's going to be that quick kick right here. Short snap.
See, I'd go get it.
They're going to. They're going to go right through I bet they go through right through the left A gap. That's where they came the last time.
I'd dare him to send somebody across the middle, and I'd go get it. That was close. And that's going to be a Peter call. All right. So, geez, man. That's going to be 1st and 10.
At the 30?
Metro Atlanta Horseman at the Venom 30-yard line.
Wow.
With 3:58 left in the 4th, with the Venom down by 2.
This is the 4th possession in the second half, and there's 3:58 in the game left. In the first half, both teams got 5 possessions in the first half. Right now, the Venom have had 3 possessions in the second half. When your defense is on the field forever, it's hard to win.
Yep.
Now, that also doesn't mean that sometimes somebody's got to make a play to get off the field, too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would imagine that they're going to line up in that pro set with an eye or an offset eye under center and just give the ball.
I look for lead and counter. That's what I would look for. And there's no way I'd have 2 safeties back. I'd have everybody up in the box.
Guess they're looking for shenanigans.
Comes the ISO again.
All right, it looks like it's probably going to pick up about 6. Yep, that's about right.
Yep. That's the 31st carry of the night.
You got to load the box, man. You got to load the box and let your corners do their jobs. Wind just kicked up a bit.
Yes, it did.
That is piercing, absolutely piercing. For future reference, we do want the heater.
That's their 31st carry of the night, and they've got 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
They're committed to running the football.
Nobody's covering this dude out here.
There goes somebody.
Their game plan was to slow it down and attack. They're bigger. We talked about the physical size earlier.
They are just bigger. They are just a bigger group. And there's a snap and a give, and he's hitting the backfield.
And he gains.
He still gets
3
3 yards. He falls forward.
That's the 32nd carry.
That's really all they have to do is fall forward again, and it's first down.
Yep. It's getting close to time where you're going to have to start thinking. If you get a stop right here, you're probably going to have to spend a timeout because they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're not going to kick a field goal.
Right.
Sooner or later, you're going to have to stop this clock. It's running. Well, they're not going to throw the ball. I would be shocked if they do.
Why would you? Even if you turn it over on downs right here, they got to go.
Yeah.
With 70 yards?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Delay.
Yeah, that's a delay game. There's been a lot of time in the huddles tonight. I'm surprised that got called.
Probably because it's late in the game. Now let's see. Do they do like everybody else when you get delay? You know, I don't know exactly what the NFL rules are. I'm sure the clock should stop.
He stopped it.
But let's see what it does when you start it back up. All right, good.
He didn't wind it.
That's good. I mean, it just eliminates you from the fact of taking penalties to run out the game.
There's a snap. Quarterback
they are
drops.
Gonna throw it.
Quick slant.
And they're going to get a first down.
So first down.
Nice. Well,
that's going to come pretty close to putting this one away.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 2-minute warning. There's a 2-minute warning right there. That's what it was in the first half. It was a 2-minute warning.
You know what, Coach?
Just now hit me.
Once again,
just now hit me. I feel like a moron.
No, well, you know, you got to realize we don't have a 2-minute warning where we coach.
True.
It would be nice if we had a 2-minute warning.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
So you had the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. That's pretty good. Forgive us for, you know, our simple high school coaches' minds. We couldn't wrap our brains around the NFL rules we're watching.
Yeah, so on 2nd and 3rd down, you got to call it timeout right here, don't you?
You probably need to call it after 1st and then let it run on 2nd, call it after 3rd. They're throwing the ball again. And they threw did he pick that?
No, I thought it was an interception. The ball was up to the left side, and I thought that for sure it was a pick, but because he just hung it up there. And it stopped the clock. Yes. Why in the world would you stop the clock?
Oh, man. That just goes to show you what I know. They're not going to throw the ball, and they threw it on back-to-back plays.
I mean, okay, the slant, I got no issue with that. I wouldn't have done it, but, you know, it makes sense. I pound the ball. Pounding the ball has been working. Why would you stop?
That, and it makes you make them use their timeouts. Even if it's not successful, you limit their ability to come back.
Again, they're going to pack it in with that offset eye. There's a snap. Give on the ISO.
Touch.
You got some room.
Oh,
it's a big boy running the ball. It's a big fella.
All right, so now that's a gain of 4.
And
timeout.
There's your timeout.
And then you see, by not running the ball on 1st down, now they can call a timeout here and a timeout here. And if you don't get it on 4th down, then you got to give it back to them. Now, you may not be afraid to give it back to them, but you still got to give it back to them.
And they'll have it back with probably a minute, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, somewhere right in that area.
See what the Horseman come up with. I'm thinking counter.
Probably go throw the slant, Coach, since we don't know what we're talking about.
Tell you what, man, that's ballsy. Because somebody jumps that thing.
It's over.
That's it. That's all I'd be able to think about. If that outside linebacker jumps that slant, man, that's all she wrote.
Well, things that they've done this half that have been successful, they've run that lead and they've run the counter and they've thrown the slant. The one thing that they did that wasn't very successful was when they tried to run the fullback. So I would be shocked if they tried to run the fullback.
Yeah. Yeah, the dive got blown up several times.
It'd be interesting if they came out and spread them out to see what the Venom would do.
There we go.
I think the running backs for the Horseman were trying to debate on who's going to get to carry this ball. They were trying to talk each other into playing fullback.
Pro right eye. Yeah, they did potatoes. 1 potato, 2 potato, 2. I can't even talk.
He's checking.
I can't even do potatoes.
He's checking. Well, I don't know if what he's checking to. I don't know if they know what he's checking to.
Don't take a delay game, buddy.
About to.
Under center. There's a snap. Give on the ISO. He's got some room. Got a blocker
Touchdown.
out there. And that's going to wrap this one up.
17-yard touchdown run.
Unless something miraculous happens. Unless something miraculous happens. This is going to be a loss for the Venom.
Well, what they've got to hope for is that this extra point is not good. Then they're still only down 8, so you'd have a chance to.
If they hit this extra point, though, it's a 2-possession game.
And it's pretty much turn out the lights, the party's over. I refuse to sing that.
Well, I hope they come hard off the edge like they did last time.
And not stop.
They line up. There's a snap. Pressure delays.
He missed it.
And there it is. It's still a ball game, folks. It's a 1-possession game. It is a 1-possession game. And it's offsides on the Venom. It's going to be a re-kick.
That guy saw all sides. He hadn't seen it all night, and he saw it on that play.
See, I didn't see anybody.
So now let me ask you a question. Just a question. You lined up to kick the field goal. You kick the field goal, they jump off sides. What if you decide to go for 2? Do you get to go from the 1.5-yard line because of the penalty?
That's a great question. I do not know. I'm not sure how that works.
I bet you Bill Belichick knows.
We have to look that one up. There's a snap and a kick, and it's up, man. And it bounces off the upright.
Snuck it in there.
It bounces off the upright and bounces in. And that's going to make this a 2-possession game with the Venom down 22-13 with 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. But, this is still a good chance to work your 2-minute. This is certainly not impossible. I'm sure it's happened before where a team has been down by 2 possessions and come back and won a game with 1:30 seconds left or less.
Yep. You got to get the kickoff return is going to be.
You got to have if you get a return right here or a quick score, you onside kick it,
There are ways it can happen.
Oh, yeah.
Are they very likely to happen?
No, it's improbable but not impossible.
Nicely put, Coach. Nicely put.
Well, I appreciate that. I enjoy affirmation.
If I could feel my feet, I'd be a whole lot more happy right now.
Well, see, I was thinking I wish Bo had heated seats. I've gotten spoiled because, did you realize they have cooled seats now? What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Oh. Yeah, I have heated seats in my Impala. The only problem is it's parked in my driveway for the rest of its existence.
Well, I have a red hood ornament in my yard, so I understand. A red yard ornament, sorry, not hood ornament.
I think a cat's taking up resident in mine.
Here we go. There's the kick, and it's a short bouncer.
Squib.
And it's mishandled, and it's finally taken.
Turn it.
Right up the gut. Oh, he's got some room.
Lateral it.
If he had come to the left.
Yes, if he keeps running right here, they're telling it right.
Yes, if he had come to the left. It almost looked like somebody wanted the ball from him, and like he slung him off.
Yeah, it was like, no. I refuse.
Give it to me.
I refuse to run over here where there's a wide open area. And in his defense, he did have to cut on that one guy, but if he would have cut and got right back into the lane, it would have been interesting.
Seemed like he's having a little knee trouble right there, trying to get off the field. Here we go. All right. The Venom trying to work some magic right here with 1:19 left. Down 22-13.
Sorry for our momentary distraction. We were getting asked a question from the stands.
Yes, I'm easily distracted. They didn't diagnose things when I was a kid, but I feel confident if it has letters, I probably have it.
Trying to figure out who's on the field again.
All right. Now, that didn't come out good because there's lots of things with letters that are not good to have. So I'll just leave that alone. All right. All right. Doubles for the Venom. Quarterback in the gun. And, oh, my goodness.
That guy's got he's offsides, man.
He's in the backfield.
Woo!
The backfield. And there is wide open. And blasted. And blasted. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And I think everything's okay. I think everything's all right. And they're down there mixing it up. I'm hoping that they decide to let this go. That guy, the receiver was still playing, so he was still playing.
Exactly, Coach. That's the one thing about it. If you're going to run down the field and catch the ball.
Because just as sure as he doesn't tackle that guy and he scores and they call it a touchdown, that guy's a goat.
Yep.
But you're not allowed to leave the sideline.
I don't think that's a rule in this league. I've seen it
You're not
5 times a night.
You're not allowed to leave the sideline. That's a rule.
Well, now we're going to have with 1:19 left, we're going to have a summit meeting.
Yes. All right. Who got it? Are we going to walk it off their way or the other way? What's the plan here?
Well, we got a 5-yard penalty for offsides first. At least that's what it should have been. We don't know.
Then you got a dead ball foul because the whistle had blown.
And it's 15 yards, so that should be 20 yards.
First down.
Yeah, it should be first down. And it should be, hey, you know what? And they just got 20 yards and the clock didn't move.
There it is. That's the kind of stuff you need to happen. And the guy that got blasted seemed like he was all right.
Yeah. And he seemed really fast because I watched him take off the ball. And now, here's the thing. After you get this, I wonder how. Let's just say they score right here, Coach. All right. Let's just say everything goes right.
Okay. Now, did they walk it off?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say they score right here and everything goes right. All right. If they score right here, how much practice you think they've had on the
false start?
How much practice do you think they've had on onside kicks?
I think this guy right here is trying to try for center.
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I'm with you, 54. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Venom. Not helping their cause right now. The only good news is the clock didn't run.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5-yard penalties of the pre-snap variety on the Venom tonight.
That's one of those things you got to clear up, man. Here we go.
All right.
Doubles.
Okay.
There's like a offensive defensive line meeting up there, a little conference call. There's a snap. Quarterback mishandles it.
Got outside the pocket.
He gets outside the pocket, and he's going to be brought down by number 5 for the Metro Atlanta Horseman.
That's
and the
another
clock
sack.
is running. They keep him in bounds.
That is the 6th sack of the night for the Horseman. Defense for them has dominated since the end of the second quarter.
Clock's running. Really got to get set here.
Looks like the Venom.
Looks like one of the receivers is having words with the Metro Atlanta Horseman sideline.
I can't tell.
Instead of lining up, man, they've wasted 30 seconds lining up for this play. Quarterback takes it. He loses the ball. It's going to be covered by the Metro Atlanta Horseman.
And that's the 7th sack and the 5th in the second half.
That's going to be the game, folks.
Yes, it is.
Well, there's still 25 seconds left. That's funny. He just handed off in the helmet. Did you see that?
I did.
I play special teams.
Yep.
There we go. Well, that's a heartbreaker for the Venom. But it looks like they're going to just, I don't know if they're calling the game right here. The referees are leaving the field, okay? So they're not going to run this final play. It was a good game. It was a nice matchup between the Metro Atlanta Horseman and the Atlanta Venom. But it's going to be a loss, 22-13 this evening. Tonight's game brought to you by Score Sports. If you have broadcasting or film needs, please contact Score Sports. All our information is up on the screen. That's going to be it for me, Adam Collins, and my co-host, Craig Chapman.
See you guys later on.
Have a great night.